This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline dreams, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families that drive us, the wrench turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Build not borrowed, that's the creed written deep in our veins. We turn busted cars into legends and rust into fame. From late night garage grind to race day stadium roars, every scar on our knuckles unlocked 1,000 doors. We don't back down, we don't break, we don't fold. Every ride we build tells a story worth gold. This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline trains, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families that drive us, the wrench turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Here's to the nights when the world said slow down, but the engine said no when we stood our ground. To the ones who grew up rich and when the rest took the easy way, we found our path in the piston noise and we'll ride it every day. Pedal to the metal, this is where we belong. Cars, trucks, monster trucks, loud and strong. Passion, pride, lug nuts, side by side. If you love what you drive, then ride, ride, ride. This is for the legends that started in dusty garages, for the kids who chase dreams through the scars and collages, for the racers who gave everything without fail, and the fans who stand proud when the engines wail. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, this ain't a phase. It's our passion, our culture, and we'll live it to the grave. Pedal to the metal, forever in our veins. So look out, we're only getting louder from here. Nothing built strong was ever built out of fear. The road is wide open and the fire won't slow, because this isn't a hobby, this is the only life we know. Pedal down, heads high. We're not done. Pedal down, heads high. Pedal down. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. You're listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music, the show where horsepower, stories, and great music come together. From beautiful collector classics to fire-breathing race cars to the ground-shaking thunder of monster trucks, this is where the world of motors meets the power of music. So strap in tight, fire up, and grab your favorite cold drink, because a ride is about to begin. And now, here's your host, Roller.
up out there? What's up out there? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Everybody up in the mezzanine. What's up? What's up? What's that banner saying? Oh man, Rollers number. Oh man, get that banner down. Get that banner down. My beer garden rowdies, they're out there tonight. Free gin and juice tonight. Free gin and juice for the rowdies tonight, guys. Everybody in your normal seats, how you guys doing out there, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, let's bring it down a little bit here now. Come on, let's just bring it down just a little bit here now, okay? Come on, calm down. Calm down. There you go. There you go, man. We're going to save that for the superstars. You know, I'm just roller. That's all I am. That's all I am. But calm down now. Good to see everybody in here, man. Robert Haas, I am so glad that everybody made it, man. That's good. And I bet you guys had such a great time, man. I look forward to, you know, seeing photos and stuff on Penny's website and different things like that. And then we're going to have to talk. Hear about that car show, brother. Oh, I will, man. We had a good car show, man. It was dope. It really was. But I really just really enjoyed talking with you, Robert, and having you on the show and listening to everybody else, man. I think it was a great show, and I'm excited to get Penny on the show and talk to her and stuff like that. So yeah, but no, we had an awesome car show. Justin Goulet, a good friend of mine, puts on a show every year over there at the Black IP where he's the manager of, and man, it was off the chain. There were so many vehicles there, and the C10s they just represented. They come out of the woodwork, man. But there was OBS Chevy trucks there. There was, you name it. There was a Ford there, an F100 that was just, it was gorgeous, man. It was subtle. There was nothing flash about it, nothing at all. It was just really subtle. It was lowered. It was a little short wide. Had a big 5.0 Coyote in it, man, and it was off the hook. This man, Jose, he's the one that built the truck, and it took him 2 years to build it, man. But Jose, if you're out there listening tonight, which I hope you are, and I hope to get you on the show, dude, that truck was nice. It was really nice. But then there was another guy there, and he had a OBS 1-ton dually that was slammed. I couldn't stop looking at it, man. I just could not stop looking at that truck. Every time you looked at it, you noticed something different on the truck, something really cool. Had a big, huge console in the back, had four captains in it. They were low back buckets. And, I mean, it had a lot of engraving on a lot of the aluminum work and stuff. But what was cool about it is the paint job changed as you went around the truck. It was a completely different paint job on the other side, but it all tied in to just make a miraculously beautiful, beautiful truck, man. And he had it slammed to the ground, and it was just, oh God, it was just, it's really kind of like a dream truck, man, for somebody that loves that kind of stuff. And I really would like to have a truck like that one day. To be honest with you, I'd like to have one that that would pull a small, maybe a two-car trailer or something like that. But this truck was really, really cool, man. It was really, really nice. But ran into a lot of good friends there. I would imagine there was probably 70 cars, maybe something like that, and that's a lot of cars in that little parking lot, man. It really is. But the trucks represented well. There were some nice cars there, though. The guys from Castle Rock, Poor Boys, they come out, and then also C10 Club of Colorado come out, and they represented well. It was just really, really good. Good show. I got the video of the whole show on my website, so you guys go check it out, man, and you can see what I'm talking about. There was some beautiful, beautiful cars there, man, and some patina stuff that was just off the hook, man. It was really nice. But got to eat, got to have breakfast with a group, just a good bunch of people, man. And then over at another table, the people from Rise and Grind Coffee were there. And I went over and talked to them, and they gave us their new show schedule for the summer. And they are going to be having their first one the 26th, which is next Sunday of April. Then June 7th, they'll have one. And then July 12th, the 4 year party starts at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. August 23rd, September the 27th, and October the 25th. We'll keep reading these off to you as the months go by, but I got to give them their new song. Their new commercial. They loved it. We're gonna do a little music there at the show with for them and stuff, and it's really they're just such good people, man. I love hanging out with them. I love their shows because it's the icing on the cake for car shows. It's on a Sunday. It's early in the morning. The weather's usually nice, and it's just a great place to hang out, man. You get that last car show under your belt for the week, and just have a great time, man. But sunrise. I mean, so, man, I'm sorry here. Rise and Grind Coffee Company, man. They're located at 475 South Singing Hills Road in Parker, Colorado. And they're just good people, man. And all the car shows start at 9 a.m. go to 12. Just you need to come out because sometimes that little car show will have 30 cars, and it's just a small little dirt lot, and they got a little coffee cabin there, and they sell burritos and everything. And they showed me a picture of the new coffee cart, and they were so stoked that the coffee cart was in on the commercial and stuff. And they said they're going to start using the commercial in their events and different things like that. So I just look forward to hanging out with them. It's going to be a good time right there. But we also like to thank the folks at Seppi's Cala Breads. Ellie is just such a great lady. She's been such a great partner in this car show, and it's coming up soon. It's going to be May 31st down in Pueblo. The address is 131 Broadway Avenue in Pueblo, Colorado. But go over there and check out Ellie's store, man. She took my dad's old gas station and made it into a company, and they make bread. They don't have in the service bays. It's a kitchen now, and they have all kinds of different breads in there. Their website is www.seppiskosher.com, or you can call over there at 719-664-2042. My two favorite breads are the cinnamon and raisin, and of course the chocolate chip one. They're both just off the hook, but good bread, lasts a long time, and good for sandwiches and different things like that, or good for with coffee in the morning and stuff. So that's Sheppy's Cala Breads, 131 Broadway Avenue, Pueblo, Colorado. Make sure you make plans to go over there and check them out, or see us at the car show. Jesse Scott Crafts and Creations. They're the ones that started the new. Did the spark plug for me, the giant one. They're creating the trophies for the car show. They're creating a trophy for Scott Stout's White Buffalo car show. And it's gonna be MJ. What's going on, girlfriend? My girlfriend MJ's in the house, man. Her and Ryan, I got to eat breakfast with them and hang out, man. Such good people, man. I just had a great time at the breakfast. It was awesome. But Jesse Scott, he does an awesome job at these spark plugs, these giant spark plugs. They're lights. They light up. You can mount them on your desk. You can mount them on the wall, or he does the light boxes, and it's your company logo. And they light up, and they have all kinds of different lighting and stuff in them. So if you're looking, just go to Jesse Scott's Crafts and Creations website. That's www.jessescott.com. Or you can call him at 715-721-5999. Tell him, hey, man, I heard Roller talking about you, and I went on your website and order something for that car person in your life, man, because it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I know that I've been in talk with the gentleman that takes care of the website for Pedal to the Metal Motors and Music, and he has the stickers, but he's just got a new job, and I don't like to pressure him, but he's just got a new job, and he's going to get those things put up there. And we're not going to sell them individual. You buy them in a sticker pack, and if you want one, all you got to do is you're going to be able to order them right there, or you can email me at jeffrichards327@gmail.com. That's jeffrichards327@gmail.com, and you can get one of those sticker packs. And they're pretty cool. They really are. Now tonight, like I said, we have Wes Lamb, Youn Gun auctioneer, starting at 6 o'clock. We have Jeff Lytle from Sunrise Rod and Customs, just a new rod and customs show shop here in Parker. He's a great man. He's a good friend of mine. He's got some cool cars. In fact, he has 57. Went over to one of the big shows here in Denver this year. We'll talk about it. And he won a class, won the trophy in some class that he was in. So that's going to be good. Now, on the 22nd, we got Kevin Rudder, another Youn Gun auctioneer. And then we have a gentleman that's part of the music scene here in Parker. And he's also the drummer for Adam Creech's band. And his name is, he goes by the name of Deadbird. And man, he's a big Rush fan, and we're going to be sitting around talking and listening to his music and stuff like that. And then on the 26th, we got Youn Gun Trent Holsworth. He is another Youn Gun that I've known for a long time, since he's just a little baby. And he's also in business with his dad at Holsworth Auction Company. They work the auction scene, and they have their own special farm and auction company. So it's going to be a lot of fun talking to Trent. And then, of course, we got legendary monster truck driver Rod Wood. Rod is nationally known for McGruff, the Crime Dog monster truck, but he's also driven trucks El Perro Loco and a couple other ones. He hails out of Tucson, Arizona. He's a good friend of mine. He was an awesome monster truck driver, and of course, you remember the taking a bite out of crime, McGruff taking a bite out of crime, but he had a big monster truck with McGruff's head on it and stuff like that, and it was really popular in its day, man. So I look forward to talking to him. And then on the 29th, we have Ethan McDowell. And Ethan is a Youn Gun auctioneer out of Pueblo, Colorado. And they have Pyramid Auto Auctions. And they have one in Colorado Springs or in Fountain. And then they have one in Pueblo. My dad used to frequent the one in Pueblo all the time when he was in the business. And Ethan is just a young man, and he's taken the world by storm. Excuse me. He's a new daddy, and he's making a name for himself, man. He's taken this Pyramid Auto Auctions and really making him well known out there. So he's going to be a good one. And then I think we're just going to sit around on the 29th after that, and we're going to maybe we'll do some call-ins or something. And then we're going to go ahead and just play some music and just chill, man. And then get ready for May, because May's coming, and it's happening already. We got Kayla Savage on the 6th. We got Russ Steely on the 10th. Got Charlie Miller on the 17th. Of course, we won't be having a show on the 31st because we'll be down in Pueblo, and it's going to be a long day. And I don't think I'm going to be capable of running down to Pueblo, having a big show that day, and then turn around and trying to make it back here by the time to do a show. So, you never know what the good Lord's bringing, but he just might. I might be able to have enough energy and might be able to get some stuff done. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. So I've been promising this young lady that I was going to play her song, and she asked me to hold off till today. She wrote this song about her brother, and Carter is just such a sweet girl. I've known Carter her whole life. I worked for her dad. He's one of my good friends. He moved out to California, and Carter lost her brother in just a real terrible accident. Her brother was killed, and it I know it wears on her every day, and I know it wears on Mark every day, and it's just little Mark was such a good kid, man. He was a track runner, stuff like that. He was a great kid, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's just it's a shame that things happen like that. We're blessed that we got to be with little Mark for a while on this earth, and I know one thing, that the Chiffon family has an angel watching over him, because he's definitely up there. So Carter wrote this song about her little brother and or her big brother, not her little brother, her big brother. And I told her that I would play it today. So this is Carter's song, and this is called "Why Do the Good Ones Go First."
It was the beginning of summer 2014. Your daddy sat her down, said, "Baby, come sit next to me." Said her brother was gone, just 19 years old, still has his whole life, or so they were told. She knew she had to be strong, had to show the younger ones the way. So tell me, why do the good ones go first, Lord, when they got so much left to say? So tell me, why do the good ones go first, Lord, when they got so much left to say? So tell me, why do the good ones go first, Lord, when they got so much left to say? So tell me, why do the good ones go first, Lord, when they got so much left to say? So tell me, why do the good ones go first, Lord, when they got so much left to say? Said her brother was gone, just 19 years old, still has his whole life, or so they were told.
Carter, you did such a good job on that song. I'm so proud of you, baby girl. I love you and your dad so much. You know that, and all I can say is we miss Mark, but baby girl, you got one of the baddest angels watching over you right now, and that's amazing. So let's see here. Got Kenny Paradise is on here. What's up, Kenny? OKP. OKP, the herd bull. Anyway, let's see. What time is it? Seven. It's about 5 more minutes, and we should call him. Let me plug his number in right fast here. Uh-oh. I've known this young man, along with his brother who was on last week, for a long time. I've known their dad even longer. And Randy used to sell my dad and myself, sell cars to us, for us, at the auctions up there. And the Lamb family has been in the auction business for a long time. And there's three boys. There's Miles, there's Chad, and there's Wes. And I think Chad's the oldest, then Miles, then Wes, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, all of them except for Miles took the path of being an auctioneer. And they are exceptional young men in the auctioneering field. They have made a name for themselves. Wes won state champion, and you know they go to these contests all the time. They compete. They do exceptionally well in the contests, and it's such a pleasure to watch these young men uh, grow and become auctioneers, and now they all have families and kids and stuff, and you know they're making a living doing what they love, and that's the coolest thing right there that they get to do is they get to you know do it for their families and themselves. And Wes is a up and coming realtor. He's in the realty business, selling homes and stuff like that, and businesses, and he's done very well there. I work with him in the classic car called Specialty Auto Auctions, and we work a couple times a year together. Now I work every week with Chad, but Wes, he travels and he auctioneers up in Billings, Montana, and he does an exceptional job. They've all done so well, and it's just so good to see these young guns just making it happen, man. Just making it happen. Let's just call him. I mean, he should be ready to go. Let's just see here. We'll just call him. There we go. We got it dialed too.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, baby? How you doing, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
It's Sunday and we're winding down. We had awesome car shows this weekend. We had a Good Friday show here with a friend of mine out of Florida, and things are going along good, man. But we get to finish out the weekend with you, brother.
Heck yeah, man. Well, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being on, buddy. Thanks for being
Yeah.
on. Your brother was on, and he didn't talk bad about you. That's amazing.
I don't know if I believe you. I did watch it, so it is accurate. But man, I'm surprised by that one too. So
Oh, I tell you what, I'm so proud of you guys, man. I'm even proud
appreciate
of
it.
Miles. You guys have done such a good job, man, and you've come such a long ways with that. I know your dad's so proud of you guys, man. He really is.
Oh, thank you. It's big thanks to all you guys yelling at us all the years. But man,
Wait a minute.
we finally started to listen, I guess. So it all
Well,
paid off.
now, Wes, you're going to have to carry that tradition on. I mean, the sad, and we'll jump ahead quite a ways, but the sad part is there's really nobody there that you're going to be able to bring up from the floor into the auctioneering world, and that sucks, man. That really sucks
Yeah.
for you guys.
And I mean, we still, like I said, I know some of the bigger auctions they still don't have ringmen. A lot of the independents we still got, we still got the ringmen there. But I agree, and I feel like that's kind of, yeah, it's sad in a way because, like you said, that's where we learned.
Right.
We got to watch you guys do your thing. We get to see how you interacted with people, see, difference between selling fleet, difference between selling dealer consignment. So, that's one of those things that if somebody wants to do it, they just kind of have to jump in the fire, I guess.
Yeah, it is, and I know you guys would help them, and work with them and stuff, but it's just not the same as how you guys grew up and how we grew up. Being it
Oh, for
starting
sure.
out on the floor, and yes, the independents they do. Thank God they have ringmen and stuff, but it's just not the same as it was anymore.
Yep. No, I hear you, man.
But Wes, starting out as a young man and stuff, man, you were into more motorcycle stuff than anything. I mean, you were a pretty accomplished motorcycle rider, correct?
Oh yeah, man. I still absolutely love them. And that's kind of the funny part is, like I said, when I got a little older, that was one of the things my dad was like, man, I do not want you getting a street bike. And I was like, okay, well, I'll get a Harley. It's safer. And
Yeah.
like 6 months later, I threw a chain drive on it, had intakes, cams, and I'm riding a wheelie down the road, with a one. And I'm just like, man, now I'm riding a wheelie on a, 800-pound bike instead of a 300-pound bike with, and you guys know how good Harley brakes are.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's, I was like, this is real smart.
Yeah.
But as soon as I had my daughter, I was like, okay, things got to go away for a little bit. So when she gets older, I'm definitely, I still looking out the window, jealous of all you guys cruising around on them. But
Yeah. I don't have one anymore either. My wife asked me when I got married. She said, "I don't mind you riding in the dirt." But she says, I don't want you riding on the streets anymore. And hey, it's such a crazy world out there, man. You don't even enjoy riding anymore. Even out here in the country or out in the country where your dad lives. I mean, you got to be on your toes at all time. You got to drive for the people and you got to ride for yourself, and it's tough.
oh, for sure. And it's not, like I said, it's not you, it's everyone else. And man, especially our generation, you look around. I mean, people are on their phones nonstop.
Oh,
So that's the thing, and I totally get it. And that's what my wife, she's like, well, why are you selling it? you ride so safe. I'm like, yeah, when you're with me,
Yeah.
when it's me, I'm the guy that you're screaming like, look at this idiot. So
Yeah, I'm that
yeah,
idiot. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
and we all do. I mean, I'm one of those guys that if the speedometer says 135, I think I can get it to do 140. And then when I get off and my hands aren't shaking, it wasn't a fun ride for me. I want to be on the edge, man.
Oh, 100%. You just want to see if you can really do it.
Yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed.
So you got to try it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not only did you ride motorcycle, but you became a pretty good damn drummer, man, and in your young career.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I absolutely love music, and I think honestly think some of that kind of translates to auctioneering as far as rhythm and things like that. But love drums. I love music. I still play guitar. I got a little drum kit here, and my daughter, she's absolutely obsessed with it too. So that's get to
That's,
share that with her, and we actually got to talk mom into getting another drum set for that reason. I was like, well, Layla wants it, so
well, of course. I mean,
yeah,
and that's perfect. And she
yeah.
is your daughter is so cute, man. She is just a. Thank God she takes after her mama. That's all I can say. I mean, that's all I can say. If she took after you, the poor girl wouldn't have a chance.
I think she got most of her good looks from me, but
Oh, whoa, wait!
her
You didn't
her
hear what I said. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I think I had a mic
uh,
problem, or so. Let me see if it's
yeah,
plugged in right. What I said is
yeah,
she took after her mama.
yeah, I think you got that correct. Yeah, she certainly does.
Yeah, but you know what I think, and I would probably help chip in on it. I think we ought to find the loudest drum set and take it over to Grandpa Randy's house and put it up and maybe in a bedroom next to his or something. I mean, I'm just saying, you know,
Oh, that ain't right.
I would probably chip in for that. I
You're gonna
really would
scar her
probably
for life.
I and I would make sure that that it was a nice loud one, and I'd let you pick it out, and then hey, the pros of it is that uh, someday you'll get to bring it back home, and you'll have another nice loud drum kit.
That's like I said, I wouldn't mind, but that was the funniest thing. My dad's like, "No, I'm gonna get you a big drum set so you can listen to that all day." I was like, "All right, hey man, I'll love it."
Bring it. Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
bring it.
I want
I
some.
got
I
the
want
urge.
some Zildjian cymbals. I want this here. Let me give you a list of what I want. You go buy it, Dad.
Yeah, 100%. Give me
Yeah.
that double kick drum. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Jill won't like it, but Layla and I will have a blast. So.
But I mean, you couldn't help but become an auctioneer because of number one, what your dad was, but like Chad and I were talking about the other night, your grandpa was in the auction business, man. So even before you were born, you were destined to be in the auction business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I grew up, man, I grew up running invoices for Loveland Auto Auction. So
Uh-huh.
before I was all computerized, I was running out there, picking them up, taking them inside, filing them by the dealer name. And then when I was like 13, I started detailing cars, for Midtown Auto Sales. And so I was up there polishing cars and then just always loved going to the auction. And that was the thing in high school. As soon as like started kind of buying and trading some cars and trying to sell them to some of the kids I went to school with, and
Right.
and so sure enough, man, I was hooked.
Well, dude, and I got to see you perform one night at Kyle Stock. I remember that one night. You were up there jamming away, and I thought pretty damn good, man. And you took some lessons and everything, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's been fun. Like I said, I still one of those things I thoroughly enjoy.
Right,
So
right. And then
yeah.
you picked up the guitar. How you doing with that?
I actually played guitar before I played drums,
Did you
and
really?
I did, yeah, and but of course, the older brothers they were playing guitars, and we all wanted to start a band, and we needed a drummer, so I was like, hey man, I'm your guy.
Well, I'm your dude.
So yeah, but like I said, I love it all. So I play guitar probably more than anything nowadays, just because it doesn't drive everyone as crazy. I got my son, he's almost a year, so that isn't the best fit between nap times, but the acoustic guitar definitely going to get my fix. So
There you go, man. There you go.
yeah,
So, I mean, why didn't Miles take the auctioneering path? What was his deal? He more interested in the generators and different things like that and diesel motors and stuff?
That's a good question. I don't know if I can necessarily answer for you, but I mean, I just know he was. I mean, Miles and I were pretty similar. We're both gearheads. I mean, like you guys, we had the big old lifted diesel trucks and the big motors, and so we're always wrenching on stuff. Miles and I were always going to the motocross track, and so I think that's why he was kind of like, oh, I'm going to go to diesel tech school, and he started doing that, and he kind of found a really good niche with the power generation. And so now he's doing a lot with like the Microsoft, the data centers. He's kind of ramrodding those deals
Wow.
because they all have these huge generators. So it's kind of a pretty sweet gig for him, I think. But
Wow.
I mean, out of everyone, I think Miles, he's got such a good personality. I think he'd be a really good fit for it. That's for sure.
Oh, guarantee. Well, all you guys got a good personality, man, and I mean, that's what it takes. You got to have,
Oh, thank you.
a strict personality, a strict confidence up there, but you got to have a good personality. You got to kill them with kindness, right?
Oh, like I said, I feel like if you can deal with the difficult people and difficult situations in any profession, you'll do extremely well.
Right. Now, Wes, did you went to auction school or are you self taught?
Yeah, I'm self-taught. Yeah, and that's is just hanging around my dad, and that was the thing. Like I wanted to do it so bad. I remember I was working like three different jobs. I started out, I was working for like a paper shredding company, and worked for them, and then I detailed cars. I detailed cars on Mondays, worked for the shredding company Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, I'd just go hang out at the auctions doing anything I could. And then Thursday nights, I actually drive back. Then my dad and I would drive up to Loveland, and he'd sit there and kind of coach me in the auction days.
Uh huh.
And so I still remember to this day, was in there, and of course, like just starting out, and I'm nervous, and here comes like all the dealers are out there previewing cars, and Scotty and Matt are out there watching me, and I can't even count correct. I'm just sitting there like flubbing my numbers. And Scotty's like, "Oh, you sound pretty good, but you need to learn how to count."
of
I was
course,
like,
of course. Can you
yeah,
expect anything from Scott like that? You know.
yeah, yeah. I just started laughing. I was like, "Oh man, this is not. You guys make it look so easy, and it takes years of experience to kind of get to that point. That's for sure."
Now, how long did it take you to go from starting learning, teaching yourself, to actually getting up on the block and selling some reruns and different things like that?
I was pretty motivated. I started working the floor. Officially got hired when I was 19 as a ringman at dealers,
Uh
and
huh.
then just kept hanging around you guys, trying to do anything I could, benefit auctions, FFA sales, stuff like that. And then I officially got my first legitimate job on the block was in Billings, Montana, and that when I was like 21, I believe.
Uh huh.
So
And you're still there today, aren't you?
yes, sir. It's an awesome little sale. Really kind of a huge import for the Canadians. So I think 75% of our inventory is kind of Canadian import,
Uh huh.
but a little independently owned sale, and really great people to work for. So
Do the marks still go up there quite a bit? Are they a big influence at the sale?
yes, sir. Yep. No, I see those guys on a regular basis, and Brian, Steve, and Chris, and all those guys.
Right.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen I haven't seen Jimmy in a minute, but I
Well,
think
I
I think
hear
he's
that Jimmy's preaching now.
is he?
That's what I heard. I heard he has a church now, or so what Scott Good you said that he
Gotcha.
has. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You
Like I said, I
you
see
never can
Chris.
tell about them, Chris. Yeah, but you just never know. But somewhere, somehow, there's going to be an automobile involved in whatever they're doing. I'll guarantee you that
Oh,
right
for
now.
sure, for
That's
sure.
they're born into that business for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But Wes, a lot of mentors out there, of course. Starting off with your dad, number one, and stuff. But who were some of your big mentors that you had getting to you to get to the next step every time? Who do you owe that to the
Oh
most?
man,
Who would you think?
man. There's a long list for that for sure. Like I said, my dad's probably number one for sure. But
Sure.
besides my dad, um, I think Goodhue, man, he really took me under his wing, especially right when I started. And so like I was working the floor for him, doing the fleet lane at dealers, and then like I said, I got Josh White was helping me.
Yeah.
You were helping me a ton. Terry Elson, even like Shane Ratliff, like I send him clips and he kind of goes through it with me, and he's taught me a ton too. Um, so Bones and the Greenwood brothers, and so it's just Ken Holsworth is huge because that was yeah, I was always so nervous to work for him because that was when I first started out. They're like, "Oh, do you want to work with your dad?" And I saw Chad just getting screamed at, and I was like, "No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, I don't."
fine. If I've had this all my
I,
life,
yeah,
yeah.
I love my dad, but like, let me kind of start somewhere. And so I started with Scott, and then they transitioned me to Kenny's lane so I could get more of a feel for consignment. And man, I learned a lot from Kenny on especially dealer consignment and how to handle a lot of those situations. And he was huge with it. Like he was kind of one of the first ones just to throw me up, and he threw me up like in the middle of just all the chaos. It was like Stevenson's big run with a pack lane. And he's like, "Get up here," and I'm like, what? Still trying to keep my numbers straight and all that. And thank goodness I didn't completely flop it. So,
Well, I mean, and they're not going to let you fail. They're gonna let you mess up a little bit, but they're never gonna let you fail, man. I mean, none of those guys you mentioned, whatever. I mean, we owe that to you, and we owe that to your dad to make sure that whatever they taught you was, you know, or whatever we learned from your dad was brought down and taught to you too, at the same time. Because I mean, of course, you learn from your dad, but there's just some things that maybe didn't jive just as well as hearing it from somebody like a Josh White or a Kenny Holsworth or a Scott Goodyear, and you're like, oh
oh,
wow,
100%.
I can understand that now, and they just bring it better full circle for you, I guess.
Yeah, a lot, and it's a whole different relationship versus that kind of that thing with your dad or whoever. They tried to tell you something, and obviously they have their best interest, but maybe they didn't approach it in the there's a different tone to it for sure. But I mean, even when I was working with you guys, that was the first classic car sale, and working the floor, and you and Vaughn were helping me along, and man, you guys helped me out a ton because that's a whole different world.
Classic cars are a different beast. I mean, you got to spend more time on them. I mean, it takes somebody in the classic car business longer to make a decision whether they're bidding or selling. And I mean, you just really you gotta just sit there and kind of put up with it. It's a totally different beast, but it's a fun adventure for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially like I said, I love all that stuff. Love the cars and getting to go around there and check all that cool stuff out. That's the funnest part of the morning. You're walking through, looking at all these beautiful cars, and like, man, I gotta sell these.
Yeah, but that's the way it is. I mean, and who knows what your future is? I mean, you start out with Scott and Matt, and you never know, man. Barrett Jackson might be someplace one time where you are, and next thing you know, you're like Blake. You're up there selling at Barrett Jackson or whatever, and then that's when you can really say, "Wow, I've done well because I'm working for somebody like that."
Oh, like I said, I'm super fortunate to have all the jobs I have. But I mean, Barrett Jackson's definitely on the bucket list. That's something I'd love to be a part of. And
Right.
Meekum and all those guys, they just it's, huge stage. They got the especially like the Scottsdale one. That one is huge. So.
Have you ever been to one?
I haven't. That's what but my grandmother, I guess my wife's grandmother lives in Scottsdale. She actually just recently moved back, but man, we were up there when it was going on, and it was just the amount of cars going to this thing was crazy.
Yeah. Well, as an auctioneer, and then plus as knowing Shane, because Shane can get you in the door, you owe it to yourself to go to one, man, and check it out because it's it's a different world. I mean, it's nothing like what we're used to with Scotty and them. Of course, you know that. I mean, because of the quality of car and stuff, but it's just a different atmosphere completely, and you really need to experience that one time, and you know, meet a couple of those guys. Let Shane introduce you to some of them guys, man, because I'm telling you, Wes, you got the charisma, man. You could fit in there. I know you could. You could do a good
Oh,
job.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That, like I said, that's on my bucket list. So hopefully one of these days I get to get up there with those guys because that'd be an absolute blast.
That's it. Well, you started doing some contests and stuff like that. What motivated you to get into the contests?
I think just to kind of get my name out there, just starting out, and again, I was pretty driven right in the beginning. I was like, man, I want to get on the block and do all these things. So I was like, I got to get that exposure. So I did kind of that first timers contest, the Troy Welton, and was
Yeah.
fortunate enough to win that. And then won the state championship. And then I did a few runs with the world championship and was fortunate enough to kind of get recognized as the Rising Star Award.
Right.
And so just been kind of doing that. And then the Mile High Big Calling Championship. I keep keep making the podium, but dang it, I can't I can't win that thing yet. So I keep coming back for more.
Well, dude, when it's just like, I don't know if I was talking to Chad or who I was talking to, but it's just like one year I was at the World Championships and I was talking to Ray Holt, and Ray had it was his 10th year doing it, and he got up there and he just slayed it, and I
Yeah.
thought for sure, Ray's going to win it this year, and he didn't do it, man, and all he said was, hey, all I can do is keep trying. And when it's my year, it's my year. And that's the same way with you, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen the year that you don't even really realize it, man. That you just get up there and you're like, I'm going to to Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm going to go hang out and see my friends and get in the contest and have a good time and not worry about it. And then, bam, all of a sudden, there you are, man. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, and I think you're right. Like I said, it's going to happen when it happens, and it's those things you get so nervous at them,
yes,
and it affects everybody. And like you said, man, there's so many studs that you're like, this guy absolutely killed it, and they don't even make finals, and you're like, what? And again, that's it's all kind of comes down to a matter of opinion. When at the end of the day, you got
yes.
the 10 judges, and it's their opinion, so you gotta kind of roll with it. But I mean, there's times that I've learned a ton from it too. I mean, there's times I've done a competition, I got frustrated, and was kind of like throwing a fit. I was like, man, how come I didn't make it? I went back and watched the tape. I was like, man, I did not deserve to make it. And so that was a good experience because I got to see that and like, okay, here's what I need to do differently. And like, every competition has completely different criteria.
Oh, it's the truth. It
Yeah.
is. I remember the first year I went, and Kenny and I teamed up, and we were getting ready to start, and I was like, "Where's Kenny at?" And everybody, we couldn't find him. Oh, he was out in the parking lot throwing up because he was so nervous. I
Was
mean,
that when you guys were selling Mercedes?
yes,
So, and that was the crazy thing. I was like digging up all these tapes, like, and I mean, you know how it is, right? When you start
yeah,
out, you're like, you're listening to everybody, you're
yeah.
listening to, and so I found this tape of you guys, and Kenny was like pouring sweat, and I was
Oh,
like, man,
yeah.
I was like, it must be like someplace like extremely humid or something's going on, and I was like, oh, he like, and then everyone's like, no, he was just so nervous, and it's kind of like you get to see that because like Kenny's one of my idols, I
Yeah.
look up to him, and you're like, man, even he's nervous at these deals, so
Oh,
it,
guaranteed. And you do get nervous, man. I mean, it. Well, the number one thing is you come into a room where there's world champion auctioneers everywhere,
yeah.
and you're working with you're up there and you're got people like Shane Ratliff and them, and you're just like, oh my God.
Oh
This
yeah.
guy is just a machine. That's all he is. But I mean, we even got good ones here. John Corey and stuff like that. It's you get nervous around people like that. I mean,
Oh,
just because they're so good.
100%. Yeah, and like you said, man, I didn't realize how fortunate I was until you like start traveling around, then you're like, man, the guys that I grew up with and the guys that are like teaching me are absolute studs. And you get to like travel a little bit and you hear all these guys, you're like, holy cow. But same thing, like when I was in Chicago, you're watching Shane. He's he hops up there and that's kind of his home base, and gets there and blows through some Teslas, and you're just like everyone's mouths hitting the floor, like, how is this guy doing it? Like this guy does he even breathe?
I don't think he
You know,
does. I think he
I don't
has
think he
gill.
does
I
either.
think he has gills behind his ears. I think he
Oh
can breathe
man,
underwater.
I wanted. I'm going to ask him that, but I don't want to offend him.
Oh, you won't, man.
Yeah,
But he is
yeah.
a freak of nature and such a gentleman's gentleman, man. He's just such
Oh,
a
for
good guy.
sure,
He really
for
is.
sure.
So you start going to these contests and you start making a name for yourself, and you start. What's it make it? What did it make you feel like when you go back the next year and some of these big dogs are going, "Hey, Wes, how you doing, man?" And they remember your name.
Oh, it makes you feel really good. Like it makes you feel like the progress, and it just takes time. And so like when they come back up there, and same thing. Like we got an opportunity to go out and do God, I can't think of the name. It's the big motorcycle sale,
Oh, for Steve Holt?
Just yeah, yeah, we
Yeah,
went out there, and man, like I said, being a motorcycle nut, I'm like, this is the coolest thing in the world. And got to
yeah.
work and hang out with Justin Holmberg and Kevin McLaughlin, and get to kind of bend those guys' ears, and Steve, and so just gives you a lot more opportunities, and man, it just makes you feel good. That's for sure.
Well, and those guys all true, very true professionals in what they do and do a very good job. Like Kevin McLaughlin, man. Kevin McLaughlin's dad. My first year there, he come up and started talking to me, and I had no idea who he was. I had no idea who anybody was. But this man, up until the day he passed away at any contest I was ever at, took the time out of his day and come over and talk to this little country hick from Parker, Colorado, that doesn't still to this day has trouble with his numbers and stuff. But this man
Oh, we
just
all do.
treated me like gold, and
Yeah.
and and Kevin the same way, man. I mean, it's just amazing the feeling, that the welcomeness that you get after your very first contest, or even when you go to your first one and you get done, and here is somebody like Shane Ratliff or Kevin McLaughlin or some coming up and saying, "Man, you really did a good job. You did a good
Oh,
job. I know you were nervous, but you did a good job."
yeah, and that's the same thing. Like I went to the IAC, and I remember I was just then that's like a whole different deal. They got a whole different criteria. They're not looking for, they have something specific that they're looking for. So I'm sitting there in this giant room. You got this huge stage. The podium lights are blinding you, and so I'm so nervous because this is like right after won the state deal. Still trying to figure it all out. I don't think I was even selling anywhere. And but Dustin Rogers comes up, and he's the one who won it that year, and a heck of an auctioneer, and just like, hey man, you all right? Everything good? Trying to kind of ease the nerves.
Right.
And Andy White, he comes up to me and talks to me because he met me at our convention, and I looked down. I'm wearing the name tag, and I'm like, oh, that's the only reason. Like, I was like, man, that's the only reason you remember my name is got a name tab. I look down and it's backwards. I'm like, oh man, this guy actually remembers me. It makes you feel cool. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it does, man. I mean, and such mentors to have in your court, man. Such
yeah.
great people. And the thing is you're sitting there telling me some of the stuff you won. Uh, I won the Troy Welton, and then I run the Rising Star, and
Oh, that's awesome.
and I mean that it's just I think I think that the Rising Star meant more to me than anything, because of the fact is that it's voted on by your peers, man.
And I feel the exact same way. And it was a super cool, like really cool year for the world championship because that year every judge was a past world champion.
Right.
And you're looking at the panel, and it's just like these incredible guys, and the fact that they all picked me, I was like, man, that is. So I felt the exact same way. I was like, man, that what an honor.
I was talking to Paul Bear one night, and we were talking on the phone, and I mentioned that I run the Rising Star. He goes, "Now, what year did you win that?" And I said, "Well," and I told him, and he goes, "Oh, I don't," like he didn't believe me.
Oh,
I was
really?
just like, I'm not going to make this up. I mean, this is one thing
Here,
that they're
man.
gonna they're gonna call you on the carpet for. I said, Paul, let me just go get my plaque right fast, and I'll read it off to you what it says.
Yeah,
And
here's the
and then
year.
he goes and does all the background on it. And he comes back. He goes, by God, he said they didn't put you down as a winner that year, but you won it for sure. And I was like, no, I just had the plaque made. I didn't win it. Of course I won it, man. I mean that was at Colorado, because when we tried out, I mean, when we did the contest, for some reason, the Denver auctioneers did very well in those contests. Everybody was placing the top 10. Everybody was coming back for seconds and winning it and doing this and that. And we went to Colorado, and that's the year that Vaughn won the Ringman contest.
Oh,
And
very cool.
I I drew number one, dude. Have you ever drawn a number one?
Oh, yeah, and it sucks the life out of you. You're like,
It
oh
does.
man.
It
You're like,
does. I would
uh,
rather just. I don't know. I don't know what I'd rather do, but it would. I don't
oh.
want to go first, man. It sucks because no, they don't have no way to judge you. against anybody
Exactly.
else. You're going to be the one that sets a precedence, and then all of a sudden you got and contestant number two, Mr. Shane Ratliff. You're like, oh shit, there I go.
Yeah,
I
and
might as well just go ahead, go to the hotel, pack my bags, and I'm done. I
yeah.
mean that's just the way it is. But it's tough. But
No,
yeah,
I agree.
first place, number going out number one is no fun. But anyway, uh, after I didn't even place in the ringman at all. I didn't place at all at
Yeah,
Colorado, and I was like devastated because I was so used. I mean, I didn't do anything different, but like
yeah,
you said, it's just the judging of that day,
a
and
100%.
I. I told my wife, I said, come on, let's just go back to the hotel. I said, I'm not going to win anything. I don't want to stick around here. I was being a baby, is what
Yeah.
I was being. I was just being a baby. And all of a sudden the phone rings, and I think it was Good You. And he said, where are you at? And I said, I'm at the hotel. He says, you need to get your ass back over here. And I said, I didn't win nothing. He says, because he already knew that I'd won it. He said, you need to get your ass over here, and I mean right now. And I was like, I'm already out of my suit and everything. He says, I don't give a shit, man. If you don't come over there, I'm
Give me
going
a
to
call.
grab you by the neck and I'm going to come over and bring you here. You need to show up now. So I hurried up and I go back over there, me and my wife, and they were doing the awards and they called me and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, well deserved.
That was just better than winning anything because of the fact is it, like I said, it's the peers, man.
Yeah, yeah, and that's super cool.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think anybody who's done a contest has felt that way. And then like once I felt like after like you do two or three of them, then you kind of like, okay, this is just someone's opinion. And again, like if you start out number one, they have nothing to judge you on, and
No.
it makes it a lot tougher to kind of try to place or at least get on that podium. And so there's kind of a lot that goes into them, that's for sure.
Right. Now, I mean, the association here in Colorado, I think is going to start taking a better turn now because we got people on the board that are going to try to make it an even better contest than it was. Uh, how's your feelings on that?
Oh man, I hope you're right. I think if you get the right people involved, and it sounds like we are, I think it's definitely going to turn it around. And I mean, because we all want that association, like a Texas, where you get these associations where you have tons of members and you get a competition, and it's a competition, and that's what I think we all look for. And so I think with some of the guys getting involved, I think we definitely have the potential to do that.
Oh, I do too, man. What did it mean to you to win the Colorado State Championship?
Man, that was crazy. I didn't think I won it, and I feel like when it comes to interviewing, I just like black out, and I'm like get down. I'm like, hey, what'd I say? So how'd I do? And so that was one of those tough things. I think I had some good runs and everything like that, but when it comes to that portion of it, I'm just like I'm not sure if that's gonna make me win it. And when I won it, I was super excited. It's one of those things I wanted to check off the list as well, and have all you guys that have taught me and support me come pat me on the back and make you guys proud was the coolest part about it.
Right. Well, dude, I mean, we were all there that night, and for the interview contest, you did exceptionally well. I mean, you really
Oh,
did.
thank
You
you.
spoke well, and you stood up there proud. I think you did a great job, and of course, you did, man, because you won the son of a gun. But
You
what's it
guys
like?
almost messed me up. Do you remember that?
What did I do? What happened?
Yeah, I have, you know how these things are. You get like three items, you have everything planned out. You're like, I'm gonna sell this one at $5 increments. This was at 20.
Right.
Start out with my first item. It's like a small bottle of Pendleton, probably $25. And you and Scott ran that thing to $400, and I'm over here out of breath going by 500, $5 increments. I'm like, thanks, guys. You're about to fall over. So and
Well, your
Scott just
dad was
laughed.
bidding too. Can he bid on the internet or no?
Oh, I don't think he made it that. It was funny. The one year he came, I think I walk out and I was like, oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wes Lamb. And I see him throw his arms up like, oh, he messed up. I was like, so he's like, do you want me to come? I was like, Dad, you're more welcome to come. But I was like, I think last year was like, just wait until I know I'm going to mess up.
Oh well. But
but he called me crying, man. He was so proud. So
oh yeah, he could. I could
yeah,
tell that he's a proud papa, man, for sure.
yeah.
And he's a proud grandpa, dude. He's got some.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all you boys have produced some beautiful grandchildren, and man, Randy's just got a great legacy to. I mean, like for me, I have a granddaughter, and that's it. I'm not going to have anybody to carry on the Richards name as far as my family after
You never know.
after Jeffrey and them pass. I mean, unless they better
You
get
never
their
know.
asses bit. They better get busy. All right, that's all there is to it. They better get
Calm
busy.
down, Randy. Calm down,
Okay.
Randy. We're working on it.
Uh, but Jeffrey's got to get out there, man. Jeffrey's got. They don't come to the door. Girls don't come to the door and say, "Hi, I'd like to date you." You got to get out there, and you got to start going out there and putting yourself out there. And he don't do that. But anyway,
Um,
that's his deal.
no, I hear that's like said. My dad, it was always the funniest thing. Right? So, oh, you not know how to do it? I'm like, shut up, Dad. I'm the youngest. You start laughing. And then, but we're so blessed, man. We got it's crazy how we did it because between the three brothers, we all had three little girls. And then the next round, we all had three little boys, and they're all healthy and happy. So super blessed.
Right, exactly. You know, uh, I've told you that I have your gavel from that night that you auctioned off. The one that they gave you and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I'm going to bring that up to the auction this year because I want your son to have it. So
Oh
I'm
man,
I'm
that
gonna
means the world to me.
I'm going to bring that up and give it to you, and then you can give it to him. And because that was the one that they gave you that night that you were supposed to auction off, and I ended up buying it, and it's just sitting in a drawer down here. It does me no good. It does me good because I bought it from you because and I remember you winning and stuff. But I think it would be more to keep it in the family and let your son have it, man.
Oh, that means the world. That is
Yeah,
super cool, Jeff.
I'll
Thank you.
definitely do that for sure.
Yeah.
Bring that on the at the sale when we're up
Yeah.
there. So, but being the Colorado State champ, what did that all entail for? I mean, you won, but you had to do other things.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, basically, they're looking for you to be a good ambassador for the association and represent them in a good light. And so, any of the auctions you do, they definitely want you to kind of, kind of pump the brake, pump the association and let them know about it. And then part of that, I got to actually sell a flag at the state capitol, so that was super
What
cool.
was that like?
Oh man, you think I'm nervous? I couldn't hardly walk.
Uh huh.
It was just like I was so nervous, but it was I mean, it's such a cool experience. Like you said, you don't ever really get to do anything like that. At least I don't, on a daily basis. So I got to go there and sell a flag at the Capitol, and so that was really cool. And then also you do have to kind of MC the competition
Right.
and do that. And so yeah.
Did you stay on the money, Wes, when you sold the flag?
Well, I mean,
That's my boy. I'm proud of you. I know, and nobody else knows what we're talking about. I'm so
I'm,
proud of you, man.
I'm not going to disclose that, Jeff.
I am so proud of you.
Yeah.
You're my boy, Blue. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta get some of that congressman money, man. That's all there is to it, right?
Try to get some of our taxes back. No,
That's get some of our taxes back.
yeah.
Exactly right. No, dude, but that's what would you say to somebody that's just starting out and trying to win the Colorado Auto Auctioneers contest or any of the state competitions, and they come to you for advice as a champion? What would you tell them?
I wouldn't even. First thing, I'd just tell them like, hey, focus on what you're trying to accomplish. As far as that, if winning the trophies your only goal, then I think you're kind of looking at the wrong. You're not looking at the big picture. I think you should try to improve yourself as an auctioneer. And I
Uh-huh.
think first things first is like find an incredible mentor. And like I said, we were super fortunate. We had all you guys, and find a really good mentor, work under them, and then salesmanship. As far as I think presentation is 90% of the game. How you present yourself, dress professional, how you walk in the room, how you shake hands, how you look people in the eye, that sort of stuff. So I think that's a huge part, and that all that will follow.
Do you have any rituals that you go through before your contests or anything like that?
I don't eat anything for 2 days, and it's not by choice. I've gotten better over the years.
Uh-huh.
Chris Miller gives me the hardest time. He's like, "Man, you never eat at these things." I'm like, "Man, I'm so nervous." Like, so it's usually the morning of. I just try not to just lay off the breakfast and kind of focus on my stuff. So,
Well, we all had to eat breakfast because we were hungover. We needed, we couldn't. I mean, you took the professionalism and put it back into the competition because we thought that what you had to do after the contest was over with, you had to go out to the bars and raise hell and do all that, you know. So,
oh,
uh,
that's still part of it. That is
well,
still definitely part of it.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. Especially the night
Yeah.
after everybody's winning. So Mark Chiffon's daughter's on here. Her name is Carter, and she wants to know what is your favorite memory so far in your auctioneering career.
Oof, man, you put me on the spot there. Um, I think it's kind of one of those moments with my dad when you have that moment where he's just like you get hooked up with all these jobs and you can just see him glowing, and that kind of made me feel really good that he's you're doing your family name proud, that sort of thing.
Right.
And of course, like when you're up there, is actually the moment I guess I would say is I'm at Loveland, and he was down there. He's like, I'm gonna work the floor for you. I was like, no, Dad, you get up there and sell. It's like, no, I want you sell. And man, he was just like looking up, like you are good, and that made me feel 10 times tall.
Sure.
So that was the best moment for sure.
Well, you're an accomplished auctioneer. You're working Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Correct?
So I do Wednesday,
Oh,
Thursday,
when
Friday.
okay,
Yes, sir.
all right.
Yeah.
And if you call me sir one more time when I see you and call and up in the
I'm
mount,
sorry, man. I know I do that all the
I'm just
time.
gonna kick you right. You know where
You
to.
say that
Okay.
every time it's special to you. You do that to him. I'm sorry.
But see, Wes,
Sorry, sir.
that's yeah. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to call you sir, sir. I'm sorry, sir. But
Yeah.
that's what makes you such a good humble person, Wes, is because you just have
Oh, thank you.
respect for everybody, man, and you were raised right, not by Randy, by your mom. Okay.
Well, like I said, we grew up. That was grew up with my dad and two older brothers, man. So it was just constant getting wailed on, and definitely didn't sugarcoat anything. So
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
And then Carter, you worked at the auctions in Denver when Mark Chiffont was working there, correct?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
mean, yes,
Oh
Jeff. So
man, that's
yes,
it.
Jeff.
You're getting kicked.
Okay.
I'm going to kick you.
All right.
See, Carter, now you caused Wes to get kicked. Okay, and so when I kick him, it's going to be Carter's fault. No, but Carter,
It's all good.
we all did work underneath your dad. Your dad was
Oh, your dad's an awesome guy.
very instrumental in the auction business for a long time. So we all knew him
Yep,
for
him and
sure.
Jeff, him and Jeff hired me. So yeah, uh, tell your dad I said hello, and he's a heck of a guy.
He might be on there tonight. I don't know. He hasn't popped in and said anything, but Carter said she was going to try to get him on. I seen that she mentioned his name at the beginning of the show, so he might be listening tonight. But
Oh,
yeah, he's
nice.
out in California now. He's out there hanging out in the sun and got the golden tan and all that other stuff, you know.
Hey, good for him, man. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But now that you've done this auctioneering, you're stepping into another world of real estate, man. I mean, how when did you acquire this, and what made you do this?
Like I said, is we're all independent contractors. We're all self-employed, so we don't have that 401k or that
Right,
pension. And
right.
so when I was younger, I was just like, man, I would really love to invest in real estate. I think it's one of those things from the tax benefits to the appreciation and all that. So I started. My wife's grandmother, she had three rental properties. There were two residential homes and one was a multifamily property. And she was like 92 years old, and so she could not kind of handle them at that point. And so my first step was I was like, well, let me see if I can like manage these and handle it. And if I do well, then I'll start pursuing this a little harder. And sure enough, geez, it was a ton of work. Renovated them, completely. One, I completely gutted, remodeled, did everything, rented them all out. And pretty soon, I had everything just kind of rocking. And so that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get licensed and start pursuing this a little bit more.
Uh huh.
And so, yeah, and so fast forward, I've We've been 2 years at about 2.5 years, and 5.3 million in sales. And
Congratulations, man.
yeah, and it's been a lot of fun and super fortunate again. Back to the mentor thing, I actually met him at my auction, and this guy's ranked like 14th out of like 2,500 agents in Colorado,
Uh huh.
and so I was like talking to him about real estate, and he's like, why don't you have your license? I was like, well, would you mentor me? He's like, go get your license and come talk to me. Sure enough, and they wouldn't even take like part-time brokers. And he's like, no, he's an exception. And so they hired me, and very fortunate for him because I wear out that guy's phone trying to figure everything out. So
Well, you gotta pull from your strengths, and it sounds like you got a really strong person that's backing you, man. Like you had auctioneers backing you.
yeah, yeah, no, his name's Steve Baker, and he's our managing broker, and he's been doing it for a long time. And so once again, I think a lot of it comes down to getting the right mentors and the people in your corner, and like make sure you do right by them, and you're in a good spot. So.
So, what do you do? What's the steps when somebody comes to list their home with you? I mean, what do you do to sell them that Wes Lamb is a young auctioneer, or a young person in the real estate business, but this is the man you want? Well, I mean, how do you sell somebody?
I think that's the funny thing is I think you don't. I think if you're genuine and you come in there and talk to them and just say, hey, I've been in sales since I was 19. I'm a professional auctioneer. I've been in real estate since 2020. Here's what I can do to help sell your home. And you kind of go through the list of all the things that you'll do for them. And I think so many people try to get these phony sales pitches, and people, I think they see right through that really quick.
Uh huh.
And so I think if you're genuine with them and sit down, and I always sit down with them, go over, the market analysis, what I think their home's worth. And I always have legitimate, here's the numbers I have to back up the price I think your home's worth, and here's why, and kind of have that discussion with them. And they seem to always kind of agree with me when you kind of frame it that way and you have all the facts and the statistics right in front of them. So that's kind of a little bit of my process.
What was it like doing your first deal? I mean,
Oh
from
man,
start to finish.
that was so like the first listing I had, which is absolutely insane. It's like a $1.3 million home, and I was like freaking out because I was like, there, like I don't know if I can handle this. So I called my managing broker. I'm like, hey, you want to kind of help me out with this? And conveniently he was out of town.
Uh
So
huh.
and that's what. And I was like, well, like I can't reschedule because seems like the type of people that you don't want to, obviously
Right.
say what you say and mean what you say. So went did the same thing, sat down with them, talked with them, and ended up getting the deal and ended up selling the house. So
Wow. That's pretty cool, man. Just to be able to do that. I mean, you're taking somebody's dream and selling it, and then creating another dream for somebody else, and making it all work. That's pretty cool,
oh
dude.
yeah, yeah, and that's I mean, and that's the funnest part about our business is just the people you get to meet, and it's the same thing. It translates right to real estate. I mean, it's a people business, and it's talking to people, and you get to meet people from all different walks of life, and I think that's so much. I mean, I think that's all the fun in it.
Sure.
And so, but it's definitely been a learning curve. So it's every time you turn around, you got to sign a disclosure or something. So it's a whole different world in that sense.
Right. Now, when you're not auctioneering, are you working on the real estate, or, what are you doing? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. So I manage rental properties. So I got two rental properties. Then I got a rental property of myself, and so that fixing repairs, dealing with calls in that sense. And then I'm also working on real estate, which I mostly do residential sales at this point. But my goal is to transition and use hopefully get to use my auction experience and kind of do that stuff.
that,
But yeah, I'm actively going around doing open houses, marketing, all that stuff. So it's kind of nonstop for me.
well, yeah. Well, you're busy all the time, man. But
Yeah.
you know, that's you took one of the questions off of my list. Is are you going to start getting into? And it seems like there's some money to be made in just auctioneering off properties and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like Angelo, that worked for Paul Bear, the ringman.
Hmm.
He goes. I mean, he goes all over the world and auctions off properties and does very well with them and stuff. And I think number one why he does so well is because he gets to go into some of these foreign countries where he can speak the language. Is that something that maybe you would pursue if you could get a little better at the language?
And absolutely, that's I think more. I don't know if necessarily like out of the states. I'm only licensed in the state of Colorado,
Right.
but definitely utilizing my auction ability. Because if you look at, I mean, I'm always boasting on the auction business because I mean we get to see it on a daily basis. We see how effective it is,
Right.
and I mean I think you'd agree. All the highest assets, how are they sold? They're sold at auction.
Yes.
And most of the time there's a live auctioneer. If you're looking at art sales, if you're looking at, I mean, look what Meekum did with those Ferraris. They had, what was it, $350 million sale?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's see your computer do that.
A computer ain't gonna touch it, Wes.
Exactly.
A computer's
Exactly.
gonna say you're out, bid $25,000 more, or something, something stupid, but it isn't gonna work. It isn't gonna have that personal effect, and that's what I just get so not for me because I probably am not gonna see it as much, but like for you and maybe say your son gets into it, what's it gonna be like, man? Back when they get into it, and it's just or try to get into. I don't think the auctioneer is ever going to be replaced, though. I don't think we can ever
I,
replace the auctioneer.
I don't either. And that's my point is I think that when you're looking at these incredible auctions, they're done at a live auction. And I'm not going to be the one that's like, I'm not hating on technology because simulcast, especially like Billings, Montana, that's 50, 60% of our business. We're
Sure.
getting buyers from all over the country, and because they don't want to come to Billings, Montana in the middle of winter time, and I get it, but that's helping our sale grow and become what it is. But I think the auction industry, especially wholesale auto auctions, I mean, the auctioneer is such a big part of the culture. I mean, Barrett Jackson, Mecum, that is such a big part of their culture. All these car guys, they love that, and like you said, it's kind of one of those things where you never know what's going to happen because it's humans interacting with humans.
Right, exactly. And you take that that equation out of it, and then it's a human interacting with a computer. Well, that's you're going to lose it all right there, man. It's not fun. It's not it. It's half of the time it's fun just going to the auction, whether you buy, whether you sell, or don't do anything at all. Just going to the auction, uh, being around your friends, the camaraderie and different things like that is amazing.
Exactly. And that back to that culture thing. I mean, that's what a lot of these guys are just looking to break, especially in new car stores. They love coming to the auction because it gives them a little bit of a break.
Oh
They get
yeah.
to come there, sell their trades. They get to see if there's anything they can use for the pre-owned inventory, and you can tell how much they actually enjoy it.
Right. Do you ever think there'll come a day when you're going to have to make a choice, whether you are a realtor or an auctioneer?
I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because, I guess it's one of those things that it depends on what capacity you're doing it. Because, you see some of these guys, they're traveling. I mean, some of these guys are 4 or 5, 6 days a week on a plane,
Right.
and I don't have any desire to do that. Billings, Montana is pretty fortunate because it's a pretty easy flight and it's close enough, and you hop on the thing, it's an hour flight, hour back, but it still is traveling. And so, I wish we had a few more auctions around here. Because you look at Texas, I believe they have like 42 different auctions,
Yeah. That's
and I feel like Colorado, with what we going on, it's like, well, man, how we got some awesome auctions, but it's like, how does Texas have 42 and we have, was it four?
yeah. Well, number one to answer from just my hick mentality. Uh, you know, uh, Texas is such a big state, man. I mean,
Yeah,
if you really, really think about it, how big Texas is, I mean, and just in the little night sales and the different things that they have, it's just a different world, man, down there. And
that is true. That is true.
it's just you can't. I mean, it's like comparing apples to oranges, man. You can't do it because of the fact is Colorado. up and down the Front Range, there's not that many big cities, and everything is so close to each other that you can afford to have an auction in Denver and maybe an auction in Colorado Springs because the people from uh, the Loveland area or have an auction in Loveland or whatever are going to come to those sites instead of having a little one in town each one. I think
Yeah.
it's such an easy drive. I mean, we're 2 hours away from about any auction there is, correct?
Yeah. And I mean, it sounds like you guys have been killing it too. I mean, it sounds like on Wednesdays you guys are running a ton of
Oh,
cars.
dude, I tell you what, man. You know, I am blessed. I mean, totally blessed to be able to be an auctioneer at the Wednesday sale, and for as many years as that I've had been there. That place is just always been such an amazing place to sell automobiles, man. It's just been a great job, and there's good people there now. And dude, I tell you what, I mean, I really look, I really think that one day you'll be back in Denver again because they're gonna need people. I mean, dude, I'm 65 years old. How long am I going to be there? I mean, I want to be able to say,
Oh, quit it. We're
well,
gonna be rolling you in there, roller.
hopefully
I'm
that. I
be
mean, that's what. As
you
long
and
as
my dad. You'll be sitting there yelling at each other in your wheelchairs, and he's pushing like Chad, and I'm like, you take him. All right, I'll tell you. So
but as long as you got a voice and you're sharp and mentally sharp, you should be able to be an auctioneer because there isn't nothing physical else about that except for being up there on the stand. So I mean, I hope that I have a good run still in me and stuff. But dude,
oh, you
you
too.
guys are the next ones, man. These managers would be and I was so glad to see Chad come back. I mean, I
Yeah.
was and he's such a benefit to the people in Denver. I mean, to all of us to have him there, man. And it'll be the same way when you come back. And you'll be back one day. You really will. I know
Oh,
you
you
will.
never know, man. You never
Yeah.
know. And Chad, he's a man. He's a stud. So that's why, like I said, I give him a hard time too, because like we're at Mile High, and I'm like, dude, I swear, like if you could just figure out, and back to the competition thing, it's like, they're looking for these things. You get a point on this. It's like if you could just get your introduction, all these things dialed in. I was like, dude, you would win this thing. I was like, you have in like my favorite chant here. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah.
He does have a good chant, man.
All right. So yeah,
He really does, man. Well,
yeah.
you know, like I said before earlier tonight, I am really, really proud of you guys. I'm glad that you've found careers and something that you absolutely love because getting up in the morning, I don't know about you, but getting up in the morning is, I don't consider it work, man. I just
Oh,
don't.
you and I both. It's the coolest job in the world. That's for
It
sure.
really is, man. It really is. It happens to be one of the best, I think, anyway. And I was fortunate enough my whole career have the monster trucks and the auctioneering, and it was never work. It was just I got to go do this, and it's not because I got to do it. I want to go do it. It's just that
Yeah.
thing. So it really
No, I
is.
agree.
So I guess the last question before we go, because we got to do some commercials and stuff before the next interview. Uh, what do you hope to leave and be known by in the auctioneering business when your time's over with and you hang it up? What do you want people to say about Wes Lamb?
Oh man, you that's I, I feel like I'm getting interviewed at the IAC. I don't even know how to answer that, Jeff. That's a good question. Um, Geez, I guess what I want to, I want to carry on the legacy of our Lamb family,
Uh huh.
and I hope we represent it to the best of our ability. And I love the auction industry. I love being an auctioneer, and I know Chad and I we love the art of it. Like I said, I love the livestock auctioneers. I love the wholesale auto auction. I love every genre of auctioneer. I think it's so cool how they put the time in to develop their chant. And so hopefully I'm remembered as one of those guys that people are like, wow, this guy, you know, one of the things working with Goodhue, that's one thing I always wanted to do. I feel like as soon as he starts the lane, it's like he kicks the door down. And that's when I get up there. I want to kind of be that guy that's like, whoa, this guy's going. So hopefully I leave that legacy, and people remember me as that guy, and incredible auctioneer, incredible family guy. So
Well, you will, man. I promise that.
I
I
hope
know
so.
you will, man, because you make us all proud, bud. It's nothing better as an auctioneer to see somebody that you've watched grow up through the ranks accomplished what you guys have accomplished, and we're proud of each. That's why when I started this month for auctioneering, I chose the ones that I was really proud of, man, and that I knew we're gonna carry on and become a stud, man. Not be you already are a stud, but to become even a bigger stud, man. And that's every one of you guys that's on my show this month.
Well, thank you. And that's, man, that's all thanks to you guys. That's all thanks to you guys. So make sure you tell everyone I said hello and miss you guys. So hopefully I get to see you guys soon.
I'll see you next month.
Yes, sir. At specialty.
Yes, sir. There's that sir
So,
deal again. What
oh,
is
sorry.
Jesus.
don't, no.
I love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
All
Thanks
right,
for
dude.
having me. This
You
was
have
awesome.
you have a good night, okay?
You too.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye.
See you.
All right, let's see here. All right, guys. Just another one of the up and coming superstars, man. Gonna be, already is, and he owes it all to his daddy more than anything, because his daddy took him and worked with him, and his dad. I've said this many times. His dad worked with all of us and mentored all of us, and his mentoring was tough mentoring, man. It really was. It was when you worked with Randy. When you were done at the end of the day, you got an education. If you didn't learn nothing, you might as well just hang it up, because it was a lesson in every single car, every single one. Guys, we'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal Motors and Music. We're going to take a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back and start the show with Jeff Jytle.
Let's take a look at our new partner, 6ix9ine Graphics and Design. A small design and marketing company, big on personalized release. They work closely with you to get your business noticed, with graphics that stand out and grab attention. 6ix9ine Graphics and Design specializes in stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, so business marketing. They also offer logo design, brochure signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6ix9ine Graphics and Design. Visit 6ix9design.com or find them on Instagram at 6ix9design. Need to pick me up to start your day. There's a place in Parker that'll get you going. Rise and Grind Coffee has bold espresso, strong coffee, smooth lattes, plus chai teas and cold. Smoothies, regular or decaf, whatever you're in the mood for. Hungry, grab a hot breakfast burrito or a fresh muffin, quick, simple, and ready to roll. Got something coming up, any event or party you're planning, they've got a portable coffee cart that brings the coffee right to you. Fresh drinks served on site. Local spot, good coffee, good people. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day, one cup at a time.
Hey guys, car show season is right around the corner, man. And if you're looking for something to step up that design or your display, not design, your display, make sure you contact my buddy Texas Rich, man. C10 America magazine. He's a great man. He makes these fabulous metal prints, metal show boards. They come in the sizes of 11 by 14, 16 by 20, and 20 by 30. Now, you can only get a metal show board in the 20 by 30 size, but I'm telling you what, all you got to do is send in about 15 pictures, and he wants you to take a whole picture. Don't try to center the car in the middle of the picture. Take a picture of everything around you and get your car in there, and he'll take care of the rest. He'll crop, he'll do all that stuff, and he'll make that metal show board of yours just make it look magnificent. All you got to do is write a paragraph about yourself, paragraph about your vehicle, and you'll have something that you can display in your shop, in your home, in your business, at the car shows, wherever you want. You can take this one and be proud to hang it up on the wall. For more information on these metal prints and metal show boards, get a hold of my buddy, Texas Rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. That's Texas Rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. And he'll give you all the pricing. He'll tell you exactly what you need to do. He'll walk you through the process. He'll put you in the queue, and he'll tell you where you're. Anytime you call him, say, "Hey, Rich, where's my metal print at this time in the game?" And he can tell you, "Well, let's see, you've paid for it. It's in. We've designed it. It's over being built." Or, "Hey, I just got it back. I opened up the box. I looked inside. It looks good. There's no damages. I folded it back up, and here's your tracking number, and it's on its way to you." So, usually takes a couple of weeks to get stuff done, but he's getting busier and busier all the time. So I suggest, if you're really wanting to get in and get something made for your car, that you get a hold of him as soon as possible, because every day I talk to him, he's like, "Hey man, I just got 2 more," or "Hey man, I got 3 more. He had a guy call up the other day, bought 8 metal prints from him, 8 different cars, 8 metal prints. And I mean, this happens all the time with him. So get in there, get a hold of him, Texas Rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com, and he will take care of you and get that print made for you, so you can take it to the car show and make your display look mucho bueno. Anyway, guys, we're just a few minutes away from calling Jeff here. Made a couple of songs over the week, since Friday. So I forget we had Robert's his show on Friday. That was a killer interview, man. We had such a good time. So anyway, let's play this song right fast, and then we'll go ahead and we'll call Jeff. The name of this song is called "Spending Our Kids' Inheritance." We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Boat sitting out back, traded in the camper that was starting to crack. Cleared out the garage, every shelf, every bin. Said this is where the dream's gonna finally begin. Neighbors all talking, say we've lost our minds, but they don't feel this fire running down our spine. We ain't chasing money, we ain't chasing fame, just chrome reflections and a family name. We're spending our kids' inheritance on a car show dream and a little bit of sense. Every dollar gone in a cloud of dust, but we're living right now, and that's enough. From primer gray to candy red shine, we ain't leaving nothing for 'em but a good time. Yeah, they might laugh when they read that will, we'll be cruising Main Street still. Early morning coffee in a folding chair, sun coming up on the polished glare. Hood popped open, stories getting told about back road races and the days of old. Met 100 friends we never knew we had, every one of them just a little bit mad, talking horsepower like it's gospel truth, trying to hold on to a little bit of youth. in it. Every mile we roll is a memory made in a small town show on a summer day. From dusty lots to trophy nights under neon glow and parking lot lights. Yeah, they might say we never grew up still, but we just learned how to really live. So if you see us rolling, just tip your hat. We ain't looking back. No, we ain't looking back.
All right, there you go, man. Spinning our kids' inheritance. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get a hold of Jeff here. Come on now. I just, well, we'll dial it again. We'll put the numbers in again. Okay. We have a dial tone. Yes, we do.
Mr. Roller, how's it going?
What's going on, Jeffrey? How you?
Not too bad.
How was your day? What a beautiful day in Parker, Colorado, dude.
Oh, it was. Yeah, we spent the day getting our drip watering system going for those almost 100 new trees.
You know, I was going to come over today, and I was pretty close, and the hot rod just said, keep going,
Oh,
don't stop, just keep going.
smart plan. I would have put you to work.
Well, that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't stop, because I didn't have my work clothes on. You know,
Oh,
I was all
I
dressed
we
up in
could
my
have found you
tuxedo. I
some.
was cruising in my tuxedo. You know.
All right.
So, congratulations on the new endeavor of the body shop,
Thank you.
Sunrise Rod and Custom. Uh, what uh, what inspired you to get into Sunrise Rod and Custom?
I grew up doing cars. My parents actually had built a few cars before I came along. They had a T-Bucket was their last vehicle that they sold so they could start in on a car and have me and have room to haul me around.
Uh huh.
That ended up being the Model A sedan that Dad still has. I've got that in Denver right now. Guys, finishing up the upholstery. That car's been on the road 42 years now,
Wow.
and it's just getting upholstery redone. Dad wanted to modernize it. I didn't want to do that, so he's not getting modern. He's getting a little more traditional again,
Uh huh.
but different. And I rewired it a couple years ago, and it's just ready for another 40 years of cruising.
Well, that's great, man. Now, will you send the car back to your dad, or will you keep it up here?
No, I will give it back to them.
Uh
I'm
huh.
going to cruise it for a little while, then I'll give it back. They need to play with it, and
Well,
then
of
I'll
course.
I'll I'll take it later on. But he can have it back for now.
There you go, man. There you go. So, you know, you started, I mean, this new business, but you're in a completely different field that you would nobody would ever think that you build custom hot rods and
What do you mean?
well, dude,
That totally is.
I
It
mean,
totally fits together.
I don't see how. I mean, I don't.
Uh,
You're gonna have to explain that one to me, Lucy, because
I
I
don't.
don't see how it does. But let's just talk a little bit about this other career that you have.
Yeah, I've been doing CAT scan and X-ray for about 15 years now. Um, it's let's say I like patient care, but it's never been the passion that hot rods and customs have been.
Right.
Uh, I've had a lot of careers. I've been a road surveyor. I've done road construction. I was a newspaper editor, designer for a while. I worked in television for a while. Uh, Healthcare has been the one that stuck most of the time. But I don't know if you remember back in 2020, we had this thing called COVID come along.
Yeah, the one that
Uh,
ruined all of us. Yeah,
that one sucked all the fun out of the healthcare life,
right.
and I just haven't been enjoying it. And I've been real fortunate um, while I've been building my own stuff and doing some side projects. Janelle, my girlfriend, has poked and prodded and finally convinced me that, you know what, do more of the fun stuff and less of the not fun stuff. And so that's where we kind of ended up opening the shop here.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, though, Jeff, you've had more careers than most people have in a lifetime, man, and done more
That's
things. But
that's true.
and I mean, everything was a learning experience. You know, you talk about doing TV.
Hmm.
What'd you do in TV?
I was production assistant.
Were you really?
Yeah, I went in at 2 a.m. and wrote scripts and cut videos and got everything ready for the 5 o'clock morning show. And then I ran what was it? I think it was a 5 to 8 a.m. 3 hour long morning show that we did. A couple of short morning shows after that, and a later one around 10. And yeah, it it was supposed to be my career, and it didn't come out that way. So
Uh huh.
that's when I hopped back in a newspaper. Jumped around to a few newspapers. That's how I ended up in Colorado. I was doing a paper in Grand Junction
Uh huh.
when I finally decided, you know what, this field is going to die before I can retire. So I jumped ship and went to X-ray school.
You know, Jeff, I didn't really realize how much the newspaper field has went away because growing up as a kid in Pueblo, we had the Star Journal, and
Hmm.
it was a decent sized paper during the week, and then Sunday was a big paper. We had a big paper, you know.
Yeah.
And I was down there the other day for the car show, ironing out some stuff, and there was a paper sitting up, a newspaper sitting up on the counter there. And I asked the lady, I said, "Can I look through this?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's the Star Journal." And I said, "Well, where's the rest of it?" And she goes, "Well, that's it. That's the Star Journal."
Hmm.
And I said, "Just shit me. I mean, it's you're really you this paper was so big at one time, and now it's I mean, most people know what the Thrifty Nickel's like. I think the Thrifty
Hmm.
Nickel had more pages in it than the Star Journal does now. And I'm just kind of overwhelmed, you know. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Well, by the time the newspaper gets to you, that news is 12 hours old
Yes.
or more,
Yeah.
and everybody's got a cell phone in their pocket, and everybody's got the news at the tip of their fingers, and immediately as it happens. So print, as much fun as it was, is just dying,
Yeah.
sadly.
And it's too bad because I used to enjoy reading the paper, seeing the funnies on Sundays. I mean,
Hmm.
that was part of your morning ritual, you know, that you did on a Sunday morning. You read your favorite columns, and then you looked at the funny papers and read those, you know, and it was just something that you did forever. Your parents did it, and you
Hmm.
just did it, and it was a lot of fun. I used to love it.
The feel of the paper in your hand, the
Yes,
feel of reading the news. It's a
yes.
whole different thing than off from a screen. But
Yeah, it's just like today with the shooting in down in Louisiana. Is that correct? I think it's Louisiana. Anyway, my wife come out and I was working out in the shop and she come out and told me, she said, "Did you hear about the shooting?" And I said, "No, what happened?" She said, "Well, there's a shooter went crazy and killed a bunch of kids, you know, ages
yeah.
from one to whatever, and then got into a high speed chase and they ended up killing him and stuff." Well, by the time that the news come on this evening, uh, I mean, I knew more about the story than I did
Hmm.
than the news was telling you because of the fact is all the different cell phone stuff out there and stuff. It's just it's changed.
Yep. You can get 30 minutes or so for of information faster, and then when the news comes on, they only have 3 minutes of time to give it to you,
Right.
and it's just it's it's over. It's done. You already know it.
Yeah. Guaranteed. It's just like these this AI music and stuff. Uh, Forever, artists would say, okay, we're going to do an album, and they might go someplace like take for instance the Beatles. They used to go different places, and they'd be gone for weeks at a time and
Hmm.
working on different songs and mixing this and mastering that and doing this and four track and it and different things like that, and now I can take something and I can write just a bunch of gibberish on a piece of paper and tell this AI program I want it in 4/4 time. I want it in the key of G. I want 132 beats a minute, and I need a pedal steel. I need a electric guitar. I want an acoustic guitar background. I want a full drum kit, and write the whole production and put this information into this AI program. 30 to 60 seconds later, I have a song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing what the world's coming. And what's it going to be like if it's this fast now? What's it going to be like in 10 years?
That's where the scary part comes in.
It's the truth, man. It is the truth, but I mean,
Yeah.
some of this AI stuff is cool because, but we're cutting a lot of people out,
Hmm.
job wise, posters, making print shops that used to make posters for car shows and stuff. I mean, I made posters for my thumbnails for my car shows, and did it in 20 minutes, and I argued
Yep.
with the AI program for 15 minutes and telling it how stupid it was because that's not what I said, and I'm here arguing with a computer, and but I got what I wanted, but
Yep.
it's going to
Yeah.
be
I did
crazy.
a I did it for a while with my graphic design minor. I used to design band posters for shows around Grand Junction
Uh huh.
and Greeley when I lived there. And yeah, now you don't need that. It's what took me an hour is just minutes away, and you don't have to have a design degree or any good programs or any ideas how to make design. You just plug it in.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. That's the truth. So, do you think that this is going to eventually, somehow, some way, come over into the hot rod world of what you're doing? Or do you?
Fortunately, no. I think I'm pretty proof of that. There are robots that paint cars,
Right.
but I don't think that anybody that's going to be doing a restoration is going to be buying that robot or having that robot in their shop for what those run. And I don't really see a robot being able to pound dents and repair rust and um, my custom lowrider type and other graphics like that. You could kind of use one to lay it out, but the actual execution of painting it, there's a difference between laying out the design and putting down the paint and making it look right.
That's the truth, man. And that robot's not going to have that feeling that your hand does to find them low spots and the high
Yeah,
spots and different things like that. I mean, it's just, of course, we say that, you know, but what is the future going to bring? You know,
if there's a block sanding robot,
yeah,
I've got a minivan coming in, and I've got my own panel truck that I've
yeah.
got sitting waiting in the wings.
And you got a big
Um,
motorhome coming in there soon too.
and a motor home. Yeah, if there's a robot that can block sand those and get them flat, I might invest in it.
Anything, it's just like you watch those shows, on TV, and everybody, that like what was that? What's that one? He's down in Texas. Little Spanish guy.
Oh,
What is his
yeah,
what is his name?
Shorty.
Shorty. Yeah, Shorty's Dream Shop.
Yeah.
He has that big horn. He hooks the air hose up to it. It's okay. It's a block
Mm-hmm.
party, and he gets them with food and stuff like that. But everybody gets in there and has to sand. But it's a that's a tedious job, man, and that's
You
such a
know,
big part of the prep.
I have offered beer and food so many times for people to come block, and it never works.
Yeah,
It works for the captive audience, and yeah, it's also it's one of them things I'm super picky about because that's your last chance before paint, and I don't know if I really would let anybody help.
yeah.
Like, as much as I want help, I'm so picky about my final blocking. Uh, my little unibody pickup, I've been over that a good dozen times all
Uh
the way around.
huh.
Um, you keep noticing little things. You keep noticing little highs, little lows. The more times you go around it, you find them. Like, it's ready, sitting ready, waiting on color right now. But I'll bet you if I was to get my hard blocks on it again, I could probably find something. But I'm not going to look for it. I'm done.
Well, I, the perfectionist that you are, I kind of have to call bullshit on that one, sir,
Oh,
because
there
you're
there
gonna
would be
find
one
something.
somewhere.
You're gonna find something that you're gonna go. You know what? If I don't fix this, I'm gonna kick myself in the butt, and
Exactly.
and
That
and
that's
it's
why
not gonna
I'm
be my work.
stopping.
Yeah. Well, I hear you, man. I hear you, but
Yeah.
uh, you know, uh, being an X-ray tech and stuff like that, and starting and getting you had to go to school for it, so that's 2 years of
Hmm.
school, correct? And so
Yep.
you finally become a tech in 2000, isn't that what you said?
Oh no, I had been a tech for a while before that.
Oh, you had. Okay.
I oh nine, 2010, somewhere around there is when I actually started doing X-ray.
Oh, okay.
Um, I had been doing it for a while pre-COVID, and then when all of that came along, and like it was a whole other world. Healthcare used to be more fun.
Yeah.
Like I'll just say it, healthcare was fun. It was kind of like, you know, all of us that are in there doing it. You kind of got to have a um, warped personality to be into that stuff and find your joy there.
Right.
Um, and then when it sucked all the fun out of it for all of us warped people, then a lot of us. Uh, I have not worked a fully staffed crew since then.
Really.
Yeah, everybody is short staffed. Everybody's hiring travelers. Everybody's running low and just telling you to make up for it. So it's I don't know what everybody's doing that jumped ship. If I could figure out what they were doing, I might do that too.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, it changed the world so much in that field that it's just not the joy that it used to be.
Right. Well, being like, for instance, during COVID, I mean, weren't you afraid of just even walking into the hospital?
Fortunately, at that time, I was at a private clinic,
Oh,
and we didn't have as many people. We had it was a cancer clinic, cancer
okay.
specialty, so
Uh huh.
everybody was immune compromised. Um, they were probably worse off coming in than I was.
Uh
My
huh.
patients were. Um, but yeah, we were scared for a little while, but then you know, as it shook out, it didn't really um, it wasn't as scary as it was let out to start out as, I guess.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I think. I mean, you know, I think they built a lot of it up really bad
yes,
on TV to compare. But what do I know? I mean, that's just my own thoughts on it. Uh, I just don't believe it was it was bad. Don't get me wrong, but I don't
right.
think it was as
It
bad.
was bad, but it wasn't what it was portrayed out. It,
Exactly.
it was definitely over exaggerated.
Right. Exactly. And as an auctioneer, I mean, they wouldn't let anybody come to the auction. Everybody had to be
Hmm.
online. So there was days I was fortunate enough to be able to go to work. Well, we had to wear a mask, and there for the first week, wearing a mask and being an auctioneer are two of the worst things
Yeah.
in the world. You can't. Finally, we went to him. We said, "Hey, there's nobody in the lanes. I don't know what you're afraid of, but
Hmm.
can we put up some kind of a plastic shield in front of us, and where we don't have to wear these masks?" And so
Yeah.
they did do that, and they did start letting the dealers back in after so long. But I mean, I was there was dealers coming from Mexico. There was dealers coming from all over, not New Mexico,
Hmm.
but Mexico, and they were
Yeah.
buying cars and stuff. And we were shaking their hands and stuff, and we were around them. And there towards the end, man, I mean, it just got really lax.
Hmm.
Nobody had the masks, and did all that stuff. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I never did get the jab, and I felt that I was around a whole bunch of people, and
Hmm.
never did catch it. So I don't know. Uh,
Most people had it and never even knew.
yeah, that's probably could have. I remember. No, I do take that back now that you say that, because I do remember a few days where I wasn't feeling really good,
Hmm.
uh, but and that's might have been what it was, but who knows? I really don't.
Exactly.
So, but thank God. I mean, I didn't want to get it. I didn't want to have to uh, do all the stuff, because they led you to believe that if you go on the ventilator, it's like a kiss of death. So
They more or less are.
yeah. So uh,
But yeah.
I wasn't interested in doing that at all. So. But let's get back to let's leave the doom and gloom alone. Let's get back to the fun
Yeah.
stuff, hot rods and stuff. But it's just interests me the different paths that people took and their careers and stuff. That's why we have this show, because we want to know a little bit about everything about Jeff, and
Yeah.
and I appreciate you talking to us about that. So your first build on your own, can you remember it?
Well, my first build, I bought my 57 Chevy when I was 9,
The one you have now?
the one I have now.
Okay.
My dad and I worked on that one. We did the chassis, got that all built, powder coated it. Um, every weld on it's been ground off, redone. Um, built that one, did the body, did the rust repair, panel replacement, fitment, everything of that sort on the car. And then college came along and it ended up getting finished out, painted and wired and everything at a couple of different shops. Um, then my unibody pickup, I started building that one when I was in X-ray school.
Uh huh.
I did a Crown Victoria front end swap on it, put a Crown Vic rear end under it, a little C notch. It was supposed to be just my little cruise around beater because I was hanging out with a bunch of car people in Denver, and uh, how can you hang out with car people and not have something?
Sure.
So started that, and then I just did that suspension, and it. The guy I bought it from, he called it his drag race truck, and it sat on 33-inch tires with a Ford 351M and headers that hung down below the straight axle,
Uh huh.
and the most worn out kingpins and steering box you've ever seen. Um, if you know a 351M, you know that is not a drag motor, and none of the components of that truck were. So I just started out to make it a driver, and then um, a 302 came along, and that one had been running my friend's demolition derby car. Later, I found out that. So it had a warped head. It died. Slapped that 347 in it that's in it now. Converted that to fuel injection. That's when it started getting a little bit crazier and started getting metal flake paint. Then I did body work on it and played with it for about 10 years. And now it sits with every body line shaved, custom tailgate, custom rear roll pan, front bumper shaved roll pan, Ken Diggett flush mount door handles. Went wild with some graphics on the roof, and as soon as color hits here, waiting for that to be shipped from my friends at Revolt in Texas,
Uh-huh.
it'll be color on it again. So hopefully it'll be out in June. Is the goal.
Well, good, man. That's good. Uh, you took the 57 to the big car show here a month ago, and you put it in there, and you won
Oh yeah.
some. What did you win?
I don't know. We didn't hear any categories, but I got second place.
Okay.
So a second place of something.
do you just did they just give you an open tablet and say you can say you won second place or whatever? It don't matter, or you know?
More or less. Prior years they have done a award ceremony, and they call your name and classes. And this year it was just a sticker on your headlight and a piece of paper on your seat that said, "Come up and get your trophy at awards time." And we all lined up, and they just called our names as we walked through the line.
Wow.
It was very interesting. Last year, my T bucket was there. It got second in the pre 30s hot rod class.
Uh
That was nice.
huh. And then you got to drive it home in the snow.
No, I got them both home in good weather. It snowed just after.
That's what I knew there was a snowstorm involved somehow.
Yeah, last year I had to scramble to find a trailer because I had finished the car, finished detailing it out, got it ready, and then we got that 6 inches of snow overnight.
Right.
So I had to I made a friend with an enclosed trailer to haul it up there,
Right.
and then just drove it home because, you know, Colorado in the spring, it was 60 degrees
Yeah.
on Sunday.
We just experienced that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Jeff, being it's Colorado, and we've lost all of our chrome shops and stuff like that.
Oh,
Uh,
we still have one.
where at?
Yuma.
Really?
Quality Plating in Yuma. They were bought out by another company. The old guys that had it were looking to retire.
Uh huh.
They got bought out by another guy that owns another chrome shop out east somewhere, and they're still running chrome in Yuma.
So then that way it's still in the state, and
Hmm.
you can. Do they do good work? I mean,
Oh yeah,
they do.
yeah.
Do you use them quite a bit?
All my T bucket chrome is done by them. Yes,
Really?
yes,
Wow, I didn't know that, man.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Because there's a few things that I'd like to get done on some pedal cars, and I was getting ready to try to find somebody that did the spray chrome. And there's another thing that's pretty amazing anymore is the spray chrome stuff.
I do a version of a spray chrome.
Uh,
Um, I don't absolutely love it. It looks more like, um, with some tweaking, it gets pretty close to chrome. It looks more like polished metal than chrome.
huh.
You don't ever get that real like deep reflection out of it. But it's pretty passable if you're on a budget.
So it'd work for pedal cars and different things like that.
Yeah, for little things like that, it works well. The spindles on my T bucket are actually my spray chrome.
The durability of that stuff.
With a good clear over it, it's just as durable. I mean, it's not as durable as chrome, but it's as durable as paint.
Right. So it will chip,
Yeah.
but with a good clear over the top. Now, when you're talking a good clear, are you talking about a specific clear, or are you talking about multi layers of clear on top of the chrome?
Um, Not too many layers because the more layers you have, the more prone to chipping it is.
Okay.
I do Revolt, the company I use, makes a fast hard clear that's pretty impact resistant.
Uh huh.
Um, you lose a little bit of gloss using that one, but it's super durable, and it's also chemical resistant. So like motorcycle gas tanks, you spill gas on it, no big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's come a long ways. I mean, I know that for sure.
Oh yeah.
The
We're
industry has
not
come.
blacker.
No, the industry has come a long ways. I can remember when Emron was
Hmm.
the king of painting. You know, if you sprayed Emron and got Emron paint, I put Emron on my '69 Camaro. I had him paint it,
Okay.
and I thought, wow, this paint's the coolest paint there is. And now Emron's not even around anymore, is it?
No, you can't get it. It was great frame paint though. It was very durable, very thick, good stuff.
Uh huh. Yeah, I mean, I can remember at my dad's car lot using a lacquer, and
Hmm.
there was a we had a body man, and he would do the final color sand and buff, and he would use lava soap to uh, to to work it on the. I watched him. That's why I know he
Oh,
did it,
uh-huh.
and it that pumice in there was enough to really take it down enough, and boy, that he could make that lacquer just look amazing. It was,
Hmm.
it really was. But you can't even do. There's no even such thing as lacquer paint anymore, is there?
There's a couple of companies that make it. It's very scarce.
Is it expensive?
I think so. I haven't even I haven't had any occasion to bother with using it,
Uh huh.
other than the fact that I know that there's a couple of people that were making it.
Uh huh.
Uh, I knew somebody that was looking at doing some touch up on some lacquer and didn't want to go with acrylic urethanes, so they had sourced it and found that it could be made, but that's about as far as that project went.
Right. So you still have to order your paints out. You don't have the mixing system or anything like that.
No, I don't do a mixing system yet. I may. I can get set up with one, but they take space.
Yeah, of course.
And where I'm at of 40 by 40, it could fit one in, but uh, we'll see. That might come down later on the road.
Well, maybe you have to have a mixing room out of an old out of a shed. Make a separate entity from that or something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then we start talking a lot of other um, legal liabilities as well
Oh yeah.
with certain words in that uh, the things that come with one of those.
Uh huh.
So
I understand. I can see, said the blind man to his deaf and dumb friend.
yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, you got a kind of a celebration party coming up here pretty soon, don't you?
Yeah, May 9th. We're gonna do a little shop party. It's also basically my birthday, so it's birthday party. Um, we scored a really nice Pinewood Derby track. So we're going to be running some Pinewood Derby races. Anybody that wants to enter a car, it's $5, and then we're going to divide the purse up and pay out to a winner. So it'll
Yeah.
be some high stakes racing there.
Are you watching the show live on the Facebook right now?
No, I ran out of ability to do that when I answered the phone.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, over and I'm looking at it right now, and I seen the creations that you guys come up with and stuff on the. I mean, I seen the electric truck looking one. I seen the green one. That's really
Oh, those
slick.
were just some random pictures I found yesterday. Those are not mine,
Those are not
fortunately.
yours. Well,
No.
my son was in the Boy Scouts when oh God, back a long time ago, and
Hmm.
we still have the winner of the Pinewood Derby class
Oh,
in
perfect.
Amarillo, Texas, and I'm going to bring him. I'm bringing him because
Awesome.
I am entering, and it is, dude. We had this car, and I went out and got a lazy Susan. You know what a lazy Susan is?
Hmm. Yep.
And I put a hexagon mirror on top of this lazy Susan, and we
Oh
we
yeah.
put the car in the middle, and then I bought a model that had car show stance around the edges, and stuff.
Oh,
and we put stance around it, and this car would sit there, and it would just turn. And
nice.
all these other kids, they brought their car, and that's it. And then you come in the door, and here is the Richards clan's car on a Lazy Susan with mirrors sitting there spinning and rotating, and we won our class. We won best of show. We did, but
Nice.
yeah, I'm bringing the car, man. We're gonna break
Perfect.
it, but it's sitting here right in my office. In fact, I was gonna bring it, and I would go if you could have seen it on the thing. I was gonna walk over there and grab it right
Oh
fast.
yeah.
But yeah, we are definitely gonna bring it. It's red. It's really fast, like Ferrari red, So it's
Okay.
really, really. I probably would just say that nobody else should bring anything because, we're just gonna.
You've got it in the bag.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to brag. I don't like to brag. I don't like to boast, but I like hot butter on my breakfast toast. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
no,
We
I'm
went
gonna
out in the
come.
shop yesterday, and Janelle and Grace made their first ones, and
Right on.
I made myself a little 32 coupe, little Lakester style
Uh huh.
car. So of course I gave it some metal flake paint because if I'm picking it, it's gonna be metal flake
It's
paint.
gonna
So
have some flake in it, huh?
yeah.
Now, Jeff, painting metal flake and stuff. That's kind of an art because as you were looking the other day when we were over looking at the motorhome, you could see where that paint on that bumper that I did, the metal flake just got away from me, man. I mean,
Hmm.
there's an art in that, right?
Uh, yeah, well, there's a difference in like that on your motorhome is metallic paint,
Uh huh.
versus metal flake is, to dumb it down, it's more like glitter that is sprayed in a carrier to, a carrier of a liquid to spray it out with and kind of like give it some adhesion, and then you bury it in multiple coats of clear to get it stuck down
Uh huh.
and smoothed again. Otherwise, you end up with a really porous, not porous, but orange peel, a rough surface
Right.
if you just go directly over that. So,
Does it take a long time to learn how to spray that?
um, sometimes uh, I I was lucky. I've learned from a lot of people. Like I said, I spent my life growing up in a garage working with my dad and all of his friends building everybody's cars around my hometown, North Platte. So I hung out with a lot of guys that could paint, and I just watched. And I've been very gifted in the fact that I can watch somebody do something and figure out how it's done. So I took most of the learning curve out of it that way. But then there's also those days that I paint stuff and I wonder if I should have got out of bed or, you know,
And Janelle's on here, and she's talking trash.
I'm not surprised.
She is talking trash right now. Watch out. My ocean mist is made for speed. It's on. It's on, Janelle. It is on.
Tell her she better put some wheels on it first then.
Oh, oh. So are we hovercrafting? Are we got something going on here that we don't know? Is this following the guidelines of official
Oh,
balsa
don't you
wood race
worry.
cars?
Don't you worry. I printed out official BSA rules and we're following them.
Can the judges be bought? Let me just ask that question. I mean, what did I say?
It,
Did I say that out
it,
loud?
it
God,
depends on how you're buying, I
I
think.
just said that out loud and I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Yeah. Oh, she said, bring it now. She said, bring it. Okay. It's on now, girlfriend. It's on. You're going to meet the demon. The demon is coming to the house. Yeah. Oh, Jeff, I'm sorry, man. I'm just, I mean, this lady has got me fired up now.
Perfect.
That's what
I am very excited to hear that other people are interested in bringing their Pinewood cars. I've been kind of surprised at the amount of people that I've talked to that think that they're too old or otherwise have excuses as to why to not make a car.
No, man, not
You're
me.
not too old.
Never.
Nobody is too old to carve down a block of wood.
Yeah.
Um, If you have no ability to carve down, or no, let's say not ability. If you don't have the tools, get a hold of me. I'll open up the shop for a day, and people could come over and build a car if they want. I don't care. I want people to race. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, me too. You know, and what I really hope is, I hope that there's some young person that's going to make one that they just made themselves, and you know, their very first time at making one, and just waxes everybody, man. I mean,
That's awesome if that happens.
be,
That's
be
always good.
yeah, because the fact is I mean, you know, I think mine's all aerodynamic now, and then I see some of the other stuff out there, and I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't think of that, you know. But
It blew me away. I was looking at people who are 3D printing them. You
yeah,
know, like once again, technology, how it's changing our world.
sure,
3D printers and hot rods. I never would have expected it, but
right,
uh, I was looking. A friend of mine that has another shop that's here in Colorado recently got a 3D printer, and he's making brackets for coils and air conditioner compressor condensers, and all the stuff that we have to buy our own brackets for. He's making his own, and
right.
pretty cool little trick there. So
Well, I'll tell you what I'll even do. This is what I'm going to do for the for the soapbox or for the Pinewood Derby contest. I have a light box that has my old logo on it. Okay, and
okay,
I bought a brand new one, and we'll give that light box away to somebody in one of the classes or however you're going to do it as a trophy.
okay,
So
cool.
I'll bring that. But it's the old pedal to the metal. It lights up, does everything it's supposed to do, but it just doesn't say pedal to the metal motors and music. So and this buddy of mine, he uh, he makes them, and his name's Jesse, and he 3D prints these things,
Oh,
and he
okay.
also makes the trophies that I'm going to be giving away at the car show in May down there. They're giant spark plugs. They stand about, oh, Jeff, I would say they're probably pretty easy, almost 2 foot tall. And
Cool.
it's just a giant spark plug, and you can put your logo. He puts your logo in the
Hmm.
and builds it all in there, and then he'll paint them whatever color you want and stuff. So I'm having a pedal to the metal one made for first place, and then Seppi's is having one made for second, and then of course Broadway Tavern is doing a third place gift certificate, and then you're going to do a best paint, or
Yeah.
you're going to do the best paint award.
Hmm.
So that's going to be cool, man. Are you going to be able to make it down? You think?
It's it's a high probability.
Well, good. Well, and
We're
hey,
we're working on it. Hopefully, I can. If nothing else, I can bring down something. But I'm really hoping to get that pickup done. Maybe that can be a debut for it. It's
uh huh.
uh, something I. It was going to be a quick scuff and squirt. I was not going to go wild on it. I promise.
Uh huh.
I was supposed to have it done in a couple of months.
Right.
We're at a year and a half now, but it's going to get there.
Good things come to who waits, my son.
Yeah, well, I don't pay myself as well as everybody else pays me.
Right.
So, kind of like the cobbler's kids, it doesn't really get as much attention. I've been working on everybody else's cars
Yeah.
uh, gladly. I'm not complaining about having plenty of business. Always looking for more, but my own stuff kind of gets pushed to the side.
Right.
So,
Well, and that's the way with anybody's stuff, you know. I mean, when I had my detail shop here out to the house, uh, of course, they still do. They look rough, but my cars were always dirty, and
hmm
and people are like, "Well, why you own a detail shop? Why don't you clean your car?" And you just tell, "Well, that's the last thing I want to do is clean my car after I've been cleaning cars all week." You know,
I
it's
cleaned 20 cars already today, and mine's the last one on the list.
yeah, it's not going to happen. Mine's going to get bumped off the list. I'll guarantee you that every time.
Yep.
But no, I'll bring that, and that's because I was sitting here trying to figure out how to give this away on the show, and I think that would be a great way to go ahead and get rid of this little light box. So
Yeah.
I will definitely bring it, and that'll be one of the trophies. I'll bring it along, and I won't. when I win, okay? When I
When
win,
you win, we'll
Janelle,
give it to second place.
I'm gonna give it to the second place, okay? When I beat Janelle, she'll be the winner of it, okay? With her Ocean Mist. That's all I got to say about that. Ooh,
That'll work.
mic drop. You know what I mean, Janelle? Dude, I tell you what, man, I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy that number one that you're going about this and doing your dream and building your creations. I do have another project for you.
Okay.
You remember seeing the little black car up on the tack room up there? My little first car I told you about.
Oh yes, yeah.
I have some new fenders for that, and
Okay.
I want to get those fenders put on, and then I need to get an interior because I'm going to start displaying that in the back of my square body when I go to the
Okay.
shows and stuff. So don't necessarily need to do any paint work on them, but I want to get those fenders installed and get it kind of cleaned up a little bit, and so that it'll. I still got to even
Yeah,
do something to the motor, but I definitely want to do that because I just don't have the the right stuff to get it all done and do it myself. So,
for sure. I can get you taken care of.
but I got brand new fenders for it. So, unless you think you can save the other ones, but I don't know, man. The guys that did it before, uh, let's just say there's a lot of bondo, and they just they put bondo on fiberglass. How's that gonna work?
It works. It works.
Yeah.
If I'm one of them weirdos. I enjoy fiberglass work. Um, another one of my many careers when I was doing newspaper in Grand Junction, I actually got to meet and work with Daryl Zip,
Uh huh.
Zipper Motors. He was doing his lake modified cars at that time.
Uh huh.
Um, I've forgotten a lot of what he taught me, but I tell you what, that guy taught me so much about fiberglass
Uh huh.
and construction and repair and reinforcement. Um, the dude was just the neatest guy. All of the little silly little extras that he would do, like that I'm kind of detail oriented. I
Right.
like little extra things. I like to do my wiring so the car looks like it's missing wiring. I like to have things extra clean. But the way he would do some of our suspension components, he'd ship them out, and we made our own knee action shocks for those cars
Uh huh.
with a friction plate. He'd send them out and get them polished, and then remachine parts of them just because the machining, the marks that the tooling would leave in it look cool.
Right.
Um, so yeah, just being around people like that showed me, you can do something beyond polishing it. You can do something else just because it looks cool. Um, yeah. So
Well,
anyway,
I'd
to
like
make
to.
a long story short,
Yeah.
I like fiberglass repair as well.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we could keep the originality of the car and not put the aftermarket fenders on there, that would be that would be totally awesome because I mean,
Yeah.
this car I've had it since I was, God Jeff, I think we were 7 or 8 years old.
Oh
And
wow.
we used to go. I don't know if I told you the whole story about it, but me and my little sister used to do parades and
Mm-hmm.
advertise my dad's car lot in this car, and I would drive and figure eights and different patterns and stuff, and we'd throw candy out at kids and stuff like that. But we used to there's always a kid in the crowd that I didn't get one or I want more. So my
Mm-hmm.
sister and I had this little system down, and we would swing back around by that kid, and then we just pelt him with candy, man.
Nice.
So we had a little click going on that. If you were just really kind of let's see, I guess I don't think there's any be young an ass,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that you got pelted with. You got candy, but you got pelted
You
with it.
got it extra.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
I remember we used to do a lot of car shows, rod runs, and parades within Model A, and they're small cars, so Dad could sit in the passenger seat and run the pedals of it, and usually, all you got to do is ride the brake in a parade when that thing's idling.
Yeah.
And I drove it through parades, and boy, I can't tell you how many little kids got pissed off about somebody not even older than them driving that car through a parade. It always made my day. It was good times.
Guaranteed, man. My mom would never let us go behind horses. She always said
Oh,
no, they can't be there.
yeah.
They have to be in front of the horses. And we were doing the state fair parade one time, and they put us behind the horses, and it backfired. And this horse got scared, and he reached out and did a Bruce Lee on the fenders, man, and
Mm,
scared the heck out of me and my little sister. I thought
mm-hmm.
we were gonna die, man. I thought we were gonna die that day. Really, I did, man. I looked at her and I was just like, I think we were both crying really hard because my dad come and took us out of the car, and he kind of took the car off to the side, and we didn't even finish the parade, man, because I was so scared. But
Oh man.
it was a tough day. They ruined my ride, but yeah,
Hmm.
me and that car been through a lot, man. So I definitely will see if you can save those fenders and stuff. I'll get the Bobcat and get it off the tack room, and then bring it over to you and let you look at it.
Yeah. Swing it by.
But
I'll bet you we can save them.
but that'll be something that I want to get on, so I can definitely have it for the Parker Cruisers Car Fest down there. So that's we got to put
We
it
can do
in.
that.
We got to get
That's
that on the calendar.
okay.
All right.
We got it.
Well, I guess let's see here. It's 7:58. So, what is your? I guess what some of your favorite designs or stuff that you've done that you when you got done you just said, "Damn, I can't believe I done that."
Um, since I ventured into custom paint, it's kind of almost everything. It's kind of fun. Like uh, I go into it with a game plan of what I think I'm gonna do, and I start pulling tape, and usually halfway through pulling tape, my idea changes, and it's something else by the time I'm done.
Uh huh.
And it's just kind of like um, what do they say? Boxers, you have a plan until you get punched in the face.
Right.
Uh, Painters kind of have that plan until you start pulling tape, and then the car starts talking to you, and the colors talk to you and say, "Yeah, maybe something a little different." Last fall, my buddy came through town. Um, he's got a '50 Dodge 4 door. It's low. It's kind of cool, but it's just a '50 Dodge. It's plain. He wanted to throw some lace on the roof, and I said, "No, I'll do graphics on it for you, but I'm not going to do lace."
Uh huh.
So uh, he was very scared. What I finally convinced him, just you know, stand back, trust the process, and in the span of about 10 hours, we managed to kick out a pretty cool design. It's got some basket weaves and some candy layers and just a bunch of effects that as many effects as I could throw in 10 hours. It doesn't get um, full shading and dimension and everything cool like
Sure.
that, but for a 10-hour job, it's a pretty cool looking car, and he loves it. It Every local car show that I see pictures of, there's always a picture of that car in it now. It gets a lot of attention for being, you know, Grandpa's 4 door.
Wow. Cool, man. That's good. Do you do airbrushing stuff too?
I don't do like portraits and murals and that sort of
Uh
thing.
huh.
I just airbrush to make my graphics. I can't draw people.
Right.
I can't draw well enough to paint a person.
Uh huh.
Uh, I've got some buddies in town that if it comes down to needing something like that, I
Right.
call them because they're insanely talented, good at making those carts, and I leave that up to them.
And you're doing pinstripe too, correct?
Yeah, yeah, I've been doing pinstripe for, man, makes me feel old, almost 20 years now.
Wow.
Pinstriping, lettering. That's another one of them. I was 6, 7 years old at the Pueblo Street Rod Nationals,
Yeah.
and my dad got his car pinstriped by Jake,
Uh-huh.
and I hung out at that dude's booth the whole weekend. I just thought pinstriping was the absolute coolest thing in the world. It only took me 25 years later to meet another guy that was a striper and kind of hang out a little bit and thought, okay, um, I want my stuff pinstriped, and this guy's really not that reliable about doing it. So, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself.
Sure.
So I got some brushes and some paint and started practicing. Um, and it was like a year. Every night after work, I'd come home and paint for an hour on this glass frame that I had, and just paint and paint and paint and practice. And I was so close to throwing all of my brushes away, and it just never worked out quite like I wanted it to.
Uh-huh.
And then one day it just hit, and it's like, oh, now the brushes listen to me, and I'm glad I didn't quit. It's one of them things you really got to practice and figure it out, and then once it comes along, it's there.
Right.
So,
Well, I was gonna take Rhodey and George Welton's class down in Pueblo. And
oh man, you should have done it. I can't. The most recent one I went down to, just it was a good time.
yeah, I was gonna I was gonna take that class, and I had already signed up for it. And that's when the big C word come into my
Ah,
life and just kind of messed everything up. In fact, Kim called me that day and she said, "Where are you at?" And I said, "What do you mean, Kim?" And she goes, "Well, we have you down for the class." I said, "Well, we talked a couple weeks ago, and I'm not. I can't make it. I can't do it." And she goes, "Oh, I forgot all about that. I'm so sorry." And and I've become good friends with Rhodey and stuff, and uh, he's done a little bit for me on some of my pedal cars and stuff. It, number one, because he was the first pinstriper I knew here in town.
mm-hmm.
I knew you, but I didn't even know you pinstripe until I started seeing you, seeing some of the stuff you were doing, and so I was like, "Well, damn, Jeff does it too." Gonna have to try to get something done. So I got some pedal cars coming up. I'll give you a shot on, but maybe we'll put a little subtle pinstripe on the old little Model T and
Yeah.
get it going and stuff like that. But
Oh,
yeah, I want to get that going. So we'll put that on the. We'll talk more about that with when I bring the motorhome to you.
yeah. Anytime you want, we can throw some brushes and some paint and do some little lessons. Um, I haven't. Let's say I pushed pinstriping quite hard when I moved to Denver.
Uh huh.
Uh, I striped every car show I could do. I did a ton of lowriders. I was pretty prolific there for a while.
Uh huh.
Um, and then life got busy, and I let that kind of go to the side. I realized that, I pinstripe at every car show I go to, but I don't see any cars.
Uh huh.
You know, I look real close at some trunks and hoods of the cars I was striping.
Yeah.
Um, so I kind of let it die out for a while. Um, kind of lost interest in it for a little bit, but bringing back the custom painting and everything, it's been more of a priority to get back into doing it more, and um, just starting to make life fun again.
Right.
Play with paint, do colors.
Well, you're going to do a panel or something for your trophy for best paint, aren't you?
Correct.
Awesome. That'll be cool, man. That'll be really cool, man. And I hope you can make it because I definitely want you to be the one to do the judging on that. But if you can, I do understand for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
it's on my list at the moment.
and you have a number, so you don't have to worry about, oh shit, I
Yeah,
don't have an I still got your number reserved and all that,
sweet.
so you're fine. We'll talk about that the closer we get, which will be pretty soon. This month's almost
It's
over
coming
with.
fast. It
Yeah, it
is.
will. It'll come real fast. So, but Jeff, I tell you what, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I appreciate your friendship a lot. It's always good to see you guys at the shows and hang out and stuff. And I thank you for doing the show tonight, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
And if I can drive business your way, I definitely will. And I think it's cool because now we have something in this area that we can take when we get things that we need to have done, and instead of going clear up North Denver or wherever you had to go to get it done, you know.
Hmm.
So the only thing else
Yeah.
you need to do is become an interior shop too, and then you know.
No.
Okay. Wait,
And
you didn't even think about that, Jeff. You didn't think about that at all.
I have a ton of respect for
Yeah.
upholsterers,
Yeah.
and I have enough hobbies, and I've spent enough time learning this that I know um, that that's a lot more learning that I have time to learn. So
Yeah, it is.
uh,
It really
the
is.
the worst part about it is there's so few guys that are there's lots of people that do it, and then there's so few masters, we'll say.
Yes, that's the truth.
Um, and I'm fortunate to have found a master to do my dad's car. Um, I will recommend him to anybody, but I'll only recommend him to people after I get my own stuff done because I've been waiting like 9 months to get in with him. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy. You know, of course, he's in the car clubs and stuff all around. Bill Duckworth.
Hmm.
Sterling Auto Interiors. You know, Bill's
Yeah.
around. He's about one of them that I know. And then there's another gentleman that's in the car culture club with us. He has some old Cadillacs and stuff like that, an old black Lincoln, and he does his own stuff. And you know, he's let me know that if I want to do something, that he would probably do something for me. So we'll take that
Nice.
and go from there. But Jeff, I will talk to you soon. We're scheduled on the 18th for the motorhome, right?
Correct. We'll
Okay,
see you that morning
and
or that night, the night before, either
I'll
one.
bring it the night before. That way you got it and it's ready to go, and we can
Cool.
go from there. Okay.
You bet. We'll
But
start banging it out.
all right, and if Janelle is still on there, she had just better watch it because I'm bringing the demon. All right, the demon is coming to the party, and that's all I got to say, Janelle. That's all I got to say. The ocean mist is going to be just a mist. That's what it's going to be, and that's all there is to it. Just a little last minute trash talking. I'm waiting for some kind of reply. See you May 9th. She ain't scared, is she?
Not much. The
She's,
more you tell her she can't do something, the more it's going to happen, which
you know
it's
what?
helpful for me when I plant trees.
I hope that little girl, though, beats everybody, man, because I just seen here where she said she used your bandsaw to cut it out and did all that stuff, you know. That's what it's all about right there, man. That, I mean, maybe the demon will have a flat tire that day. You never know. And I just
I
can't
got
make it.
spares. Don't you worry.
Oh, shut up, Jeff. I want that little girl to win. No, I'm coming to race. I'm coming to race. So it's on. It's on. We're going to break the demon out of mothballs.
Perfect.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon, and we'll go from there, okay?
All right. Sounds good, man.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate your time. Bye-bye.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Wow, I guess the demon's coming out, guys. Yeah, look out, look out. I don't know. It was fast in its day. Let's hope it's still fast. You know, I brag on it though, but because it's still, I'm looking at it right now, and it's just like vroom vroom, ready to go, ready to go. Hey guys, we'll be back here in a minute. We're gonna play a couple more sponsor spots, and then we'll play just a little bit more music here when we get back. You listen to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Love nuts, take a look at our new partner, 6'9" graphics and design. A small design and marketing company, big on personalized release. They work closely with you to get your business noticed, with graphics that stand out and grab attention. 6'9" graphics and design, specializes in stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, so business marketing. They also offer logo design, brochure signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6ix9ine Graphics and Design. Visit 6ix9design.com or find them on Instagram at 6ix9ine Design. Need to pick me up to start your day. There's a place in Parker that'll get you going. Rise and Grind Coffee has bold espresso, strong coffee, smooth lattes, plus chai teas and cold. Smoothies, regular or decaf, whatever you're in the mood for. Hungry, grab a hot breakfast burrito or a fresh muffin, quick, simple, and ready to roll. Got something coming up, any event or party you're planning, they've got a portable coffee cart that brings the coffee right to you. Fresh drinks served on site. Local spot, good coffee, good people. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day, one cup at a time.
And don't forget, guys, Rise and Grind's having their first car show on April the 26th, which is next weekend on Sunday. Starts at 9 o'clock, runs till about 12 noon. Then they're going to have one on June the 7th. Then they're going to have one July 12th. That's their 4-year business party from 10 to 1. August 23rd, September 27th, and October 25th. So that's right there on Singing Hills Road. It's 475 Singing Hills Road. You can't miss it. It's the only little coffee shack on Singing Hills. There ain't very much there on Singing Hills except for some houses, some farms, and then there's the Rise and Grind Coffee Shack. So make sure you make plans to attend at least one of their Sunday morning shows. It's pretty good. You know, we started talking about the little car of mine that Jeff's going to do for me. They call them Tin Lizzies, and they were really popular back in the day with the Shriners. The Shriners drove them around, and so everybody's probably seen them at one time or another. But mine is one of the original Tin Lizzies when they first built them. Nowadays they build them. They do an aluminum cast wheel that looks like spokes, but mine is an actual wooden spoked wheel car. And so I was sitting there today thinking about it and thinking I was going to have Jeff do it. And I said, you know what? I didn't even mean to make a song about that. So I'm going to play this song, and I'm going to go over and get the Demon. And if Janelle's still on, I'm going to show you the Demon. And you might be a little afraid. You might have to take Ocean Mist and do some more design. So here, this one's called Tin Lizzie Parade Days. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Daddy brought it home one summer day, little black Ford in a faded way. Said ain't much now, but just you wait. We watched him work till it looked first rate. Red spoke wheels against that glossy black shine. That old Tin Lizzie looked brand new every time. Me and my sister climbing in, didn't know back then where it'd take us then. Saturday morning, small town streets, Old time clothes and dusty feet, candy in a box by the passenger side, waving at the kids as we rode on by. Saw those young eyes lighting up with dreams, wishing they were riding in that machine. Reflections dancing in the window glass of that little black car as we rolled on past. Oh, those Tin Lizzie parade days, rolling through a small town haze, handing out smiles with every mile. Just a couple kids living free and wild. Black paint gleaming with that glossy shine, red wheels turning, burning in my mind. If I could go back, Lord, I'd stay in those Tin Lizzie parade days. Red spoke wheels with chrome caps bright, shining off that black paint light. Little Tin Lizzie Model T design, like the first ones the Shriners drive. Bright red wheel in my hands, Daddy's business painted on both sides, rolling through town with a whole lot of pride. Now she sits in silence up on that roof, tucked away but still the truth. Every scratch holds yesterday's days in that Tin Lizzie's quiet gaze. One day I'll take her down again, bring her back like she's always been, and maybe my granddaughter will take that ride, smiling just like we did inside. I can still hear the laughter ring, hear that band and the songs they'd sing, see my dad with that proud old grin, like he knew what he was giving us then. Yeah, those Tin Lizzie parade days still live on in my mind in many ways. Every smile and every mile still rides with me after all this while. Black paint gleaming in my mind, red wheels turning back in time. One day soon I'll bring her back to stay and roll again like those parade days. Yeah, we'll roll again just like those parade days.
There you go, man. Tin Lizzie parade days. All right, now, Janelle, I want you to sit down. If you're still listening to the program, I want you to sit down. I don't want you to be shocked, in awe of the Eliminator El de Demon. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the Eliminator Demon. Right here it is. Right here. in front of us. This is the car. This is the international champion, the world's best design, sleek as sleek. And guess what? Chrome suspension parts, parachute in the back, sponsored by VHT, Valvoline, Hooker headers, Monroe shocks and struts, Cherry Bomb mufflers, Goodyear tires, Kreger wheels, Centerline wheels, Mr. Gasket, Pennzoil. Ladies and gentlemen, right here, the Eliminator del Demon. Right here. Yes, right here it is. And I want you to look at it. And I want you to know that this is the car that they're all going to be coming for right here. The Demon. Right there. Okay? We're going to put it back in its little case. Set it right here. Ready to go. That's the one. Watch out. Watch out. Bob Post, how you doing on there? Scott Stout, I seen that front end, man. That's cool, dude. I wish you lived closer. I'd have you do mine. I don't want to tackle all that stuff, man. I just don't want to do it. Of course, I just redid the whole front end, so I don't want to put that on there right now. So, anyway, let's see here. What do we got? Let's play a couple of more here. You know, I tell you what, I don't know if a lot of people were around the other night when I did this and I played this one, but I took one of my old songs and I remixed it into a country western theme, and it's the Main Street Memories, but it's live. It's the live version. And man, I tell you what, I really like the way that the program made it come out. So this is called Main Street Memories, and it's the live version in country and western.
Yeah! Come on! Friday night, small town glow, neon buzz and the radio low. Pulled up slow by the old car wash, just me and the boys letting time get lost. Shined up chrome under parking lot lights, laughing loud, yeah, we on those nights. Picked up piled in tight, windows down in the summer night. We didn't know it then, but man, we had it all. Every mile we drove, we were standing tall. Those were our Main Street memories, cruising slow through our golden years. Million miles on a two-lane dream, blacktop hearts and gasoline, V8 motors thundering loud, shaking glass all through downtown. Camaros, Mustangs, Mopars too. Everybody asking who's gonna rule. Girls waving, hey, take me for a ride. Young hearts burning under neon lights. Yeah, we didn't know just what we had, but looking back, man, it don't get better than that. Those Main Street memories, music blasting from every door. Different songs, but we all wanted more. Headlights lined up, engines red. Friday nights felt like heaven instead. Everybody had a name and a ride. Reputation on the line with pride. From the stoplight down to the edge of town, we lay it down when the sun went down. Yeah, word got around when the fast cars came. Every race out there made a name. Those were all Main Street memories. Cruising slow through our golden years. Million miles on a two-lane dream. Blacktop hearts and gasoline. V8 motors thundering loud. Shaking glass all through downtown. Camaros, Mustangs, Mopar too. Everybody asking who's gonna rule. Girls waving, hey, take me for a ride. Young hearts burning under neon lights. Yeah, we didn't know just what we had, but looking back, man, it don't get better than that. Those Main Street memories. Now those nights live in rearview glass, faded just a little, but they still last. Every laugh, every turn, every street light glow. Still riding shotgun in my soul. Yeah, those Main Street memories still running wild inside of me. Million miles, but I'd go again, just to be back there with my friends. V8 motors rolling through time. Still hear that thunder in my mind. Arrows, Mustangs, Mopar pride. Still hear echoes when I close my eyes. Girls waving like time stood still, and somehow deep down it always will. Yeah, we didn't know just what we had, but those were the best days we'll never get back. Those Main Street memories. Ah!
Main Street Memories right here on Pedal the Metal Motors and Music. Hey, you guys, if you're down in the Snyder, Texas area on October the 3rd, you need to cruise on down to my brother's, man, place. Scott Stout's having a White Buffalo car show, man. And it's going to be off the chain this year, man. Texas Rich is going to be down there. He's going to have a pocket full of Sharpies, and he's going to be signing autographs. And he's going to have his own section. He's going to have the C10 America canopy all up and all that, man. That's where most of the autograph signing will be. If you got a square body or a C10, he's going to have his own C10 Boulevard kind of deal going on, man. It's going to be off the chain. So that's Snyder, Texas, White Buffalo Car Show on October the 3rd, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I guarantee you that right now. And Scott Stout, I got something for you to look for me for, okay? I need to find somebody that wants to maybe trade a motorhome for it. But I want a 3+3 square body dually, but I want that Hodge flatbed on the back. I don't know if you've seen one around down there before. We got ours down in Texas. They were made down in that area, and it's a flatbed, and then you got ramps. You pull it out, and then you can drive your truck up on the back of the truck. So I'm looking for something like that, so I can, go to these car shows and not have to have 35 feet of motorhome to park, along with another 24 foot of trailer behind it and stuff like that. So if you see something down there, Scott, in that area, Patina paint is fine. I just want something that runs good. I want something that's uh, runs and drives, preferably has air conditioning. I found a 70 up here in Aurora, but there's no air conditioning in it, man. And it's pretty cool, but it's green. I'm not a big green fan. But if I had to do it, I would do it, and it's priced right. But I would really like to have a square body 3+3 cab with air conditioning, and I don't want it. I don't mind if the paint and stuff's faded and all that. Um, I just don't want to throw a lot of money into it. So if you see something down there, maybe take some pictures, let me know. Look, talk to the people down there and stuff. But that's what I'm looking for. So why don't we play another song right here? Why don't we play Your Picture on the Dashboard of My C10? We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
I keep your picture on the dashboard of my C10. Well, I rolled into town in my old C10 tonight. Dust on the tires and the headlights bright. But before I hit the stage and sing these songs again, I look down at that picture sitting on my dash, my friend. It's a faded little photo from a summer long ago. Two kids in love down a country road. She had that smile that stole my soul back then, and that picture still rides in my C10. I keep your picture on the dashboard of my C10, right where the road and my heart both begin. Every mile reminds me where I've been and how lucky I was when love rolled in. From those teenage nights to the life we're living, through every prayer that the good Lord's given. Girl, you've been my road since way back when. That's why your picture just a couple of kids, sneaking kisses by the river bridge. Radio playing those old love songs, thinking maybe forever might come along. Well, forever did, and here we are today, still riding life down that same highway. And every time I turn that old key again, I see your smile. I keep your picture on the dashboard of my C10, right where the road and my heart both begin. Every mile reminds me where I've been and how lucky I was when love rolled in. From those teenage nights to the life we're living, through every prayer that the pickup truck and a love so true and a little old picture of me and I keep your picture on the dashboard of my C10. Every mile tells a story again. From two young hearts to where we've been. Lord, I'd do it all over again. Through dusty roads and the life we're living. All the love that the good Lord's given. Girl, you've been my rose since way back when. That's why your picture rides in my C10.
Your picture on the dashboard of my C10. That's right. You know, you gotta love your girl, man, if you're gonna be putting that that picture on that that dashboard, man, in your old C10. My wife one time asked me if I was ever gonna put her name on the door on the passenger side, and I said, absolutely not. That's not gonna happen. I mean, because we were watching Urban Cowboy. That's where it come from. And he had her name on the side of the door of the C10 truck. And no, I love my wife, I really do, but no, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not at all, for sure. Let's see what else we're gonna play here. Let's play something else here. How about let's play "Bury Me in My Daddy's C10." We'll be right back here on Pedal to Metal, Motors and Music after this song.
I remember when I was young, back in 1962, sitting on my daddy's lap while the summer sky was blue. He was talking about a pickup that was honest, strong and true. A 1962 Chevy C10, painted bright and blue.
That truck made my daddy grin from ear to ear.
Said, son, this truck will carry dreams for many years. He bought it new and drove those dusty roads again.
Just me and my daddy riding in that old C10.
Come on! So when my road is over and my last song's through, don't lay me down in marble
like they usually do.
just roll me home where the back road's been and bury me in my daddy's C10.
That truck carried dreams and family too.
Since the day it rolled off
The line brand new.
when the good Lord calls me home again, bury me in my daddy's C10. He drove me to my guitar lesson lessons every week.
Said, son, that six-string voice is the voice you seek.
That old bench seat heard every dream I had,
While that straight six-engine hung beside my dad.
now I played in cities across the world or two.
Crowds singing songs and waving from the crowd view.
But every stage and every road I roam again
Still leads me back
to that old C10. So when my road is over and my last song's through, don't lay me down in marble
like they usually do.
just roll me home
Where the back road's been.
and bury me in my daddy's C10.
That truck carried dreams and family too.
Since the day it rolled off the line brand new,
When the good Lord
calls me home again
bury me.
in my daddy's C10. Hey, yeah. Now daddy's gone, but his spirit rides with me.
And every mile of that old Chevy,
The paint's a little faded, but the memories shine.
like the first time he placed that wheel in mine,
No fancy car
could ever meet
what that old truck means to me.
it. Carried love through thick and thin.
That 1960
So when my road is over and my last song's through,
don't lay me down in marble
like they usually do,
just roll me home
where the back road's been.
and bury me in my daddy's C10.
There you go. Bury me in my daddy's old C10. You know what really makes me happy? I've been watching here on the screen, and you guys are talking to each other, and it's just like a big family reunion, man. And I just love it. I mean, it's just so cool to see people that are in Colorado and people that are in Texas and people in Idaho or wherever you're from, and you all are talking and complimenting each other and feeling sorry for people that lost loved ones and stuff like that, man. That just makes me feel really good that this show has brought you folks together. I mean, without this show, you guys would have never known each other, man. I mean, and you wouldn't know each other passing each other on the street. But in here, you know who Carter is. You know who my cousin Debbie is. You know who Texas Rich is. You know who Scott Stout is. It's just so cool that you guys have bonded like that. It makes me feel really, really good. Really good. So let's see here. What else we're going to play? How about Tailgate Talks? We'll play Tailgate Talks right fast. This here is Tailgate Talks on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
It's okay. Sun's going down on the parking lot, chrome cooling off, engine still hot. Dust in the air from the last burnout, lawn chairs open, everybody hanging out. Cooler full of ice and cheap beer cans, old Ford, a Chevy, a Dodge and a van. Radio playing something low and slow. Yeah, that's where the real stories start to show. It's tailgate talks under parking lot lights, where the past rolls in with the falling night. Laugh about the good, raise a drink to the gone. Every old truck's got a memory in its song. From first love kisses to last goodbye walks, yeah, life gets told in them tailgate talks. Oh, Jim's talking about the truck he sold, wishing he had it back in the fold. Rust on the frame, but it ran just fine. Now it's just a ghost in the back of his mind. Billy lights up and he starts to grin, talking about races he should have won. Says he had her hooked, but Mr. Gear still hears that engine ringing in his ear. It's tailgate talks under parking lot lights, where the past rolls in with the falling night. Laugh about the good, raise a drink to the gone. Every old truck's got a memory in its song. From first love kisses to last goodbye walks, yeah, life gets told in them tailgate talks. Oh, then it gets quiet. Someone says his name. A buddy we lost ain't been the same. We all look down, take a slow sip. Ain't much said, just a tight-lit grip. One taps the tailgate, says he'd be here. We all nod back, fighting that tear. In the glow of them lights, you can almost see him leaning right there, laughing with me. It's tailgate talks under parking lot lights, where the past rolls in with the falling night. We laugh through the pain, we remember the songs, keep the ones we lost, riding right along. From small town dreams to the roads we've walked, yeah, life lives on in them tailgate talks. Just a few old trucks and the stories we got. God, we love them tailgate talks.
You know, I absolutely love them tailgate talks. There's a lot of meaning And what that song says, man, there's nothing better than just a bunch of people standing around a couple old trucks, maybe the tailgate down, cooler full of cold beer, sodas, whatever you happen to have on a nice. We used to have these parties when we were kids, and it was right off of Troy Evans called the Hill, and I mean there were so many kids out there, and it was nighttime, and we had such a good time out there, man. I mean, everybody talking and just having fun, and it, man, I wouldn't give up them times and the people that I shared them with for love nor money, man. And I got one of them in here tonight. Kathy Musso's in here, and she can testify to that, man. It's just amazing right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the next song up right here. I apologize for not having any new music, but I've just been busy. This is called Produce Stand Angel. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Selling produce from a stand on a county road by the interstate line. All I've done since I was a boy was live this simple life of mine. Said we were slow that Sunday afternoon, so I sat with my back to the road, strumming on that old six string, singing the songs I've always known. I was singing He Stopped Loving Her Today by old George Jones himself. Just a lonely tune for the open air and the tomatoes on the shelf. Then I heard a voice like an angel, soft as a summer breeze. I turned around and there she stood, the most beautiful sight I'd ever seen. She said, keep on singing that old song. Your voice sounds like heaven to me. Somewhere between George Jones and Charlie Pride is where your heart ought to be. I almost gave up on love till the good Lord sent me your way. Now I believe in miracles at a little produce stand today. I set that six string down a moment, didn't know what I should say, but she smiled and said, please keep singing, don't let that music fade away. So I picked that old guitar back up, let the country music play, and somewhere between those old love songs I saw love back in her eyes that day. She said, keep on singing that old song. Your voice sounds like heaven to me. Somewhere between George Jones and Charlie Pride is where your heart ought to be. I almost gave up on love till the good Lord sent me your way. Now I believe in miracles at a little produce stand today. She stayed around most of that afternoon, afternoon while the sun moved low in the sky. Listen to every country tune like the words were written for her and I. When it came time for her to leave, she turned and softly said, "Can I stop by and see you again? 'Cause I think I'm in love instead." With a produce stand singing on a quiet country road, where a six-string and a broken heart found a love it didn't know. She said, "Keep on singing those old songs. Your voice still sounds like heaven to me. Somewhere between George Jones and Charlie Pride is where your heart will always be." Now the Lord writes love stories in ways we never planned. Mine started with a country song at a roadside produce stand.
There you go. Produce stand angel. Cousin Debbie, why are you grounding me from playing with my car? That's not fair. That is not fair at all, and I am going to continue to play. So ha, ha, ha. You can't stop me. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, there you go. What do you think of that? Let's see here. What else can we do? What else can we do? Let's do one more. What time is it? 8:59. We got. Let's do two more songs, and then we're gonna say "I the be." That's it, folks. You know what I mean? I be the be. That's it, folks. So let's see here. Let's play. Let's play Cars. That's what I want to play. Let's play Cars. Let's see here. What do I want to play? Don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. There's so many songs. I am so confused. Let's see here. Okay, come on, Roller. People are waiting. Come on, Roller. We ain't got all night. All right, let's play a story, okay? And we'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. Every time I go to a car show across this land, I love to hear the stories about the build and the man. Every car's a legend in somebody's mind, telling of a journey and a dream in time. Those old cars got stories they're willing to tell, from the day they were new to the years they fell. From taking kids to school, to Sunday drives, to back road runs and family rides. Yeah, every car's got a story to tell about the life it lived and the years it held. From the first turn of the key to the miles it rolled, there's a piece of someone in that steel and chrome. So if you got the time
car, it's a memory. Some sat parked for years out behind a shed. Some were handed down when a loved one passed. Some were built with blood, sweat, and time. Some were saved when they were barely alive. There's a scratch on a door from a careless day, and a dent that never got fixed that way. But every mark's just part of the ride. Every flaw's got a story inside. Every car's got a story to tell about the life it lived and the years it held. From the first turn of the key to the miles it rolled, there's a piece of someone in that steel and chrome. So if you got the time at a show one day, don't just walk by and drift away. Take a minute, listen close, and you'll see it ain't just a car, it's a memory. If you can't hear it, just ask the man. He'll light right up and start to ramble on about the day he found it, the work he's done, and the miles he's chased beneath the sun. You see it in his eyes, hear it in his voice. That car ain't just metal, it was a choice, a piece of life he refused to lose, and a road he still gets to choose. Yeah, every car's got a story to tell about the life it lived and the years it held. From the first turn of the key to the miles it rolled, there's a piece of someone in that steel and chrome. So next time you're walking that road at a show, slow it down, don't be in a rush to go, 'cause behind every hood and every key, there's a lifetime of stories. Yeah, every car's got a story to tell. You just gotta listen or ask him well, and you'll find out more than you thought you'd see in a life on four wheels and memories.
You know, when I was pondering, when I was sitting here pondering that song, I thought, it's true. Even all this memorabilia that I have in my office here, it has a story. Everything has a story. Like all these lunch boxes that I have. At one time or another, some child carried these lunch boxes to school, and they have a story about them. And it's just, if you just do some pondering sometime, just do a little pondering, or at the next car show you're at, instead of just saying, "Oh wow, that's a pretty car. I really like it." Ask the person that owns the car, "What? Tell me your story. Tell me the car story." Because there are some stories out there. So this last song of the night, ladies and gentlemen, is about a little boy back in the day who was given a train set by his daddy, and he was a sick little boy, and he had something that he didn't understand. and he knew that what he had was going to take his life from him, and there was nothing that he could do about it. So he enjoyed playing with this train, and then he put a little note in there to the next person that was going to have the train. So this is called The Train. We're going to just go ahead and go right off the air after the outro, after this song. You guys have a great weekend. Don't forget now, on Wednesday, we got Kevin Rudder on of the Youn Guns. And then we have the local artist here in Parker. He's a local singer called Deadbird, and he's going to be on the show. And that'll be it for Wednesday. And then, of course, on the 26th, we got Trent Holsworth. On the 26th, we got Rod Wood, McGruff the Crime Dog. The 26th is going to be the first car show at the Rise and Grind. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be a good one. And then on the 29th, we got Ethan McDowell. He's a Youn Gun auctioneer, and then we just going to party. We're going to have a little bit. We're going to play some cars, Cousin Debbie. We're going to get the cars out, and we're going to play. That's all we're going to do, and sing some songs. Yeah, that's all. Just ponder. That is right. Ponder. I ponder over old buildings. That's exactly it. You can ponder over anything. If you just sit there and you look and you think, how many people did it take to build that building? What stories can that building tell me? It's just pondering is good. I like pondering. And that's just what it's all about right there, you know. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, The Train. Peace out. I love you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank my guests tonight, Mr. Wes Lamb, the Youn Guns Auctioneers, Mr. Jeff Jytle from Sunrise Rods and Customs. It was just another great show. Put it in the history books. And we'll see you again on Wednesday, man. Talk to you guys soon.
I've been collecting old memories since I was just a boy, spending every spare dollar on some forgotten toy. From the 1800s tin soldiers to the toys of yesterday, Hot wheel cars and old Tonka trucks, old dolls packed away. But one day at a little sale in a dusty country town, I found a wooden train set in a weathered cardboard brown. But when I opened up the box, a note fell on the floor. There was something written on that page that made me love it even more. It was a note from a little boy named Jimmy, written in a shaky hand. Said this train set was his favorite toy, given to him by his dad, in a world he couldn't understand. He said, I've got something I don't understand called cancer, and it's taken life away from me. But this train makes me happy every single day. He wrote, I'll play with it till the day I go, then I'll tuck this note inside, so whoever finds my train one day will know how much I tried to stay. And if you're the one who finds it, I hope this train brings joy to you, the way it always did for me when my skies weren't always blue. I hope you get to live a long life, playing with it day by day, and think about a little boy who loved these rails this way. It was a note from a little boy named Jimmy, trembling hand. Said this train set was his favorite toy, given to him by his dad, in a world he couldn't understand. He said, I've got something I don't understand called cancer, and it's taken life away from me. But this train makes me happy every single day. I sat there in that quiet room with tears running down my face, thinking about that little boy and the fight he had to face. I knew right then and there was one thing I couldn't do. I could never sell that train set after what that boy went through. So now it sits inside my home on a shelf where I can see not just a toy train anymore, but a piece of bravery. That note from a little boy named Jimmy still rests inside that train. Reminds me every single day, love outlives the pain. And that little wooden railroad runs forever in my mind, a tribute to a brave young soul who left his train set and a note behind. But that little boy named Jimmy still rides those rails today.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Pedal to the Metal. I want to send out a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting the show. I also want to thank all of our amazing sponsors. You're the ones that help keep the wheels turning, and we truly appreciate you. Be sure to join us every Wednesday and Sunday. We kick things off with music at 6 p.m. each night, and the full show starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until next time, keep the pedal down, heads high, and we'll see you at the next show.